Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. You're going to jump in. Hey, welcome to another installment of Roll for Revelry. My name is AJ, your friendly neighborhood DM. We're streaming our 10th episode today.
Holy cow.
That's
10
amazing.
episodes. That's
Look at us.
over half of what we did for our last campaign, which is like exciting because I also feel like you haven't gotten anywhere. So
That's more than our last campaign.
our last campaign was 18 sessions.
Oh,
Yes, took you, yeah, but you also like leveled up from like level 5 or level 1 to level 5.
yeah.
And you've gained 1 level thus far, so
Wow.
let's get
We're not doing enough.
Yeah, when you said we got nowhere, you were serious. We got
We're not joking.
no, you guys went from level 5 to level 6, and you know you're real close to level 7. So
Ooh.
how many people do we need to kill?
I don't know. Cool. So if we want to go round robin and 2-minute break, is that what's happening? All right, cool. So
Are we still alive? Or did he break us? We have
I don't know, let me check. Yeah, we're still alive.
Okay.
Hey, so next week we will have a not just a little change in our stream. The stream's gonna be at the same time, gonna be the same place. We're gonna be doing the same stuff, but we will be playing one of our introduction background stories for Orla Bitterfoot. So you're gonna learn a little bit more about Orla next week, and instead of our group play, we're going to be working on that. We maybe try to do it in person in the studio, we're kind of working that out right now. But yeah, that said, we're going to have a background story for Orla Bitterfoot. So we're going to see what her background is, and it's going to kind of take her from levels 1 through 5 and kind of learning a little bit more about what's going on with her. The other cool thing about these background stories are, for the most part, no one else has seen the other persons.
Mm-hmm.
While they're all posted on our YouTube, I believe Gina and Marxus are the only ones who've done thus far, and they haven't, while like video setup and everything else like that has been a part of it, they have not seen or like actually sat down and consumed those videos. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I think it maybe, I don't know when, like level 10, maybe you guys like just sit down and watch each other's videos or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll get.
I think that we should until we're like kind of all of our secrets have unfolded. You know what I mean? Because then it could still like give some stuff away.
Yeah,
so
it would be interesting.
I think until we're done with this campaign, or like until most of our things have come out.
Yeah.
I was thinking I probably will hold secrets from you guys the entire campaign. So like on my deathbed, maybe I'll gift you some kind of like time capsule of my memories.
Yeah. It, like consolidated into some kind of video format.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So that'll be a small change in our schedule and streaming for next week. This coming week, I couldn't figure it out this week. I kind of had some OBS issues, but I will be doing our mini painting sessions. With that, I hope everybody did their homework and told me what you're going to look like, or has some photo references that you can send me. We don't have to do that right now, but yeah. Early this week, if you can get that information for me, that would be awesome.
Is there makeup homework I can do?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the deduction for late?
Right. Any points off? I mean,
you get degrees.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we'll eventually have to pass you. It's just gonna have like a gray mini, painted, just primer on it.
I thought I played.
It's painted, but not 10% of it.
Cool. So we're gonna go around kind of our warm-up question, get you guys into the mindset of role play. Or look, Bitterfoot, if you had one superpower or one ability that you don't currently have, what would it be?
I think it would be to be invisible.
All right. Data.
I think I don't know exactly how I would quantify it. The power of like persuasion.
Charming.
What's the Time Authority Amazon show? It's all the kids. Umbrella Academy.
Oh,
What's her name again? Yeah, I heard a rumor. It would be the I heard a rumor power, essentially.
I like that.
So you just wish you had command.
Yeah, do you though? Because most likely you guys would be the target of that more often than not.
Yeah. I mean, it would be like there's like a dominate person and dominate monster and that kind of stuff. And that's more like for this time period, I own your soul basically, which is pretty gnarly.
That sounds like confrontational though. Like I want just like you feel like you're just doing it because I said it.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
What's up?
Am I next or you?
Mark.
Hi. I would Dan, Marxist. I am gonna have to go with I don't know, man. I got a quick question for you, DM. Is Doctor Strange have two superpowers, being the Sorcerer Supreme and the Keeper of the Time Stone?
No, the Sorcerer Supreme is the Keeper of the Time Stone.
Dope. I choose time manipulation by way of the Time Stone. Absolutely.
Okay.
Love that.
The Eye of Agamotto is what you're referring to, not just the Time Stone. It's
you should also ask for the necklace when you get the stone, because in the movie they just hand them. They take it out of the necklace. It seems very inconvenient. You don't have the thing to carry it.
What do you hold it? What do you carry it in a bag?
Right.
It's like a grocery plastic bag that you're carrying around.
Walmart bag with a rip in the bottom.
Yeah.
Like which one? The green? Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
Because I really like the ending of the first Doctor Strange movie with Dormammu, where he's just like, I'm just gonna be snarky as fuck to you until you lose. And so I kind of found that time manipulation, absolutely.
All right, Gina, what would Narnip want?
I think Narnip would want Mystique's power of being able to just like see somebody and like instantly transform into their voice.
Don't you have that?
I mean, kind of, but like she can only get so tall, and her accents are also not super great, and like Mystique.
Are you ripping on her right now?
No, I'm saying that my accents are not. Narnip's accents are not super great.
Bold.
So.
Gina's are on point and very PC. Narnip is the one to blame if you're offended by any means.
Not too busy,
all right,
buddy.
so we're gonna jump in to our recap, and so this week I was thinking I've been playing around with this idea of like giving you guys the recap as if a bard in a bar was retelling your story.
Are you gonna sing it?
Yeah.
What would you change?
So.
I'll toss you a coin.
Wait, you just changed your superpower like that?
Because you're right. I do kind of already have a Mystique. I would do like a Nightcrawler and like into like. Yeah.
You can just attempt to hide, and that's kind of like the same thing.
All right, I don't know. I gotta choose a superpower then, because all my superpowers are apparently done.
Fine, flight, guys, flight.
Yeah. If we can just change all willy nilly, then I want to change to just cause maximum debate. I would clearly take Wanda's superpowers because she's the strongest in the entire fictional universe. Come at me, chat. Come at me.
Really?
Captain
Marvel is pretty fucking broke.
You don't take her name in vain. So I've been throwing around this idea of like reciting it back to you guys in some bardic format.
Yes.
So
I love.
Here we go. The gang marched into Hoppin under the guise and emboldened. They met with Miss Lacey, whose thoughts were so spacey. A conversation between the group then came clean and turned down the prize, which was golden.
Really?
Captain
Captain Marvel.
He mentioned history of the city, a past with dragons and titans quite gritty. The officiant's death was discussed. From it spurred more non-trust. As you left, she passed a note to her guest with a symbol in which your history roles were a bust. With a lead who could help with a monocle, who ran a district less volatile. The group went to Red Hook with one day ahead of the mistook, creeping around in a bar quite unsound, found a man with one eye in a dark nook. He had for the group a short mission, one dealing with border admission. The group left past the border with package transporters. They found a small town and then drew a frown as they found they were family escorters. With the travel so far and, and on your small legs kind of hard, you needed a ride, one supplied, with the good guy discount punch card.
Yes.
Getting the Monocle family through, tensions at the border grew. You approached in the night. You went in the night and approached by a guard with a light. What would you like to do? So that was rough, is what that was.
I loved it.
That was really good.
So,
Really good.
a few things that I don't get pressed on was you guys clearly walked in as the victors from the Perryton threat. The officiant, Miss Lacey, unorganized halfling. While you came clean and learned information about the city of Holden and its past, as well as the district where the Thieves Guild held a truce and are cordial to one another, she also gave you a mysterious note with a symbol on it. You went to Red Hook. This is like a brief synopsis if you didn't get anything from the home kind of thing. You went to Red Hook and found a bar, performed, and asked around. You found Mr. Monocle. Narnet recognized Thieves' colors as she was kicked out of the bar, disguised as a member of the Martin. Mr. Monocle gave you a quest to help Mrs. Mulder in a city to the west, east. I'm sorry, we're gonna figure that out. Directions. Word spread that you are not the crew, and they're probably upset about that. The quest was chosen for you because you wouldn't hurt Mr. Monocle's reputation, and then also you dressed Miss Mulder in disguise with her children. So you are currently outside in the middle of the night, outside of the gate that holds the border control of the Tyrian control and the Tyrian. I need a better word for that. Domain. Keep saying, but yeah. So. Currently, I believe a guard with a torchlight is walking towards you. What would you all like to do?
Is it just the one guard?
Currently, it's just the one guard. They're probably about 50 feet away from you.
And they haven't done anything that's approaching.
Do you guys want me to put out that light? No? Okay.
Or like go talk to him.
Okay. I just start walking towards the guard.
So after a few seconds, you guys come and meet up. Hey, what are you doing out here by yourself?
I heard there's really good berries out this way.
What? It's the middle of the night. There's dangerous things out here. What are you doing?
Pretty crafty.
To look for berries in the middle of the night in the wilderness.
I went during the day, and now it's night, and so I'm going back.
Roll a deception check.
Oh my God. 11.
He's like, all right, well, it's strange, but you should probably head, I don't know, somewhere safe. You're not safe right now.
You're right. It is dark. It's hard to see. I will definitely start heading home.
Okay. Go along. And he
Okay.
gestures away from the gate.
Like, what do you mean away from the gate? Like through the gate where we want to go?
Like away, like not towards, but away from the gate.
Oh, but I just got to sneak right past you.
Welcome to the Midwest. So, wait. When did you come across the border? I didn't see, granted, my shift just started, but did you come across alone as well?
Further down.
Further down?
Yeah.
And you were caught by a patrol to see what was going on.
They let me through. I told them that I was looking for berries.
All right. Well, I guess come with me, and we'll get you back across, and at least not in the middle of the night. How far is your home? Like, where are you?
Oh, it's just within the city limits.
So what city?
Um,
I'm gonna put the guard to sleep.
You sleep.
Yes.
All right, so you crept up behind, following suit, and when I heard a rumor over here.
Heard a rumor you're a sleepy guard.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, how do you put him to sleep? What's your incantation look like?
I
Oh,
go.
look at me.
Good night.
I believe you have
Him.
people for that.
Hang on. I have to cast this in a minute. Okay. So I'm going. It's I think 78. Right? Yeah. Yep. Okay. 78.
Sure. Yeah.
I think. Yeah. So if his for 31, so if his hit points are higher than 31, he doesn't fall asleep. But if it's under 31, then he does for a minute.
He immediately collapses and falls asleep. Can you target specific individuals in that, or is it just everybody in that area?
I can target specific individuals.
So it says.
No, it says range or area.
so do I fall asleep as well?
No, because it would be 20. He only has 11 health points, and I'd imagine you have more than 20 health points. Your basic.
Oh,
health
yes,
points.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought you were
I
talking
was
about
gonna say I can see it on your paper from here. So yeah, you're not asleep. You get a little woozy though.
Yeah.
Like it. That's like half. You were like, oh. Okay. Yeah. So now you have a sleep guard, whose torch has hit the ground.
Ooh.
I'm gonna use Step of the Wind, and I'm gonna walk over and immediately pick it up to the level that it was at.
All right.
Yeah. Darn it.
What?
I'm gonna say.
Disguise myself as him, and then I'm gonna go
Yes!
through. Yup. All right. So we need to tie this guy up and gag him and like pull him off into the woods because he's gonna wake up in a minute.
I'm on it.
I'm on torch, dude.
Right in his hole that he's already dug.
I mean, really, my next plan was to,
Is that the hand signal for dig a hole?
Wrong.
cut his head off. It's a hand
And he didn't do
signal
anything wrong, so why would you do that?
Yeah. Why would I run my
Miss
finger
the
across his
lawfully,
neck?
Yeah.
lawfully.
Caress.
All right. So
All
I
right.
I just didn't feel like he was buying the berry alibi, so get him prepared.
Why ever wouldn't you? So, what are you guys doing?
All right. So I
We
disguised.
got the cameraman with us, right?
The who? The kids?
So I think what we should.
Yeah.
I'll like walk with you guys disguised as the guard to the checkpoint and be like, I found them. They need to go through. Their stories make sense. Like they came through earlier today and they need to return home and they need to make haste because it's obviously dark and not safe for them.
Narnik,
Right.
that sounds like a great plan.
Love it.
Who are we, and where is our home?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because
I don't have a home.
I completely forgot.
We're going back to Red Hook.
Red Hook. But we don't
And
want to
we-
say we're from the Red Hook district. Don't you think that would be real suspicious?
No, just say
Then
West
we need to-
Manhattan.
Well, then we should make up an alibi. We should make up something that's where we're going, because what if they question our new guard friend here?
I would just say that they have to leave from port. And the closest one is to get to Drin, where their families reside. And the closest port is to...
How about this too? We're traveling at night because if we don't get this cart back by tomorrow, we're going to get charged overages.
Yeah.
And that's why we're out in the evening.
So you guys are from
Love it.
Burin.
Well, not we, but Orla. We get charged.
From Burin, we need to get you all need to get through Holden to get to the nearest port, and you're traveling by night because you need to get this horse and cart back so you don't get charged.
Heart.
Okay.
Great alibi.
All right, we got this.
As we get closer, I'm gonna cast my spell Pass Without a Trace, as just in case.
That's a good idea.
Love it. Smart.
Smart.
Yes, our cart has smart lock.
You guys have Pass Without a Trace. Does your Pass Without a Trace have any flavor?
Yes. It.
Specific to Kata?
Are you asking like when I cast it, or like what it does right now?
When you cast it, do you do something different than the spell does?
Look like when you need the spell.
Yeah.
I think it changes a little bit based on the circumstance. So like in this circumstance, like Veil of Shadows is like the base. In this case, it just kind of like almost repaints the card.
Alright.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah, definitely cool.
Okay, and then if once we're 20 feet away from the post, I can use my last spell slot and I can cast Sleep again, and whoever's there within 20 feet of like the guard post would fall asleep, and then we could like just try and pass through. And then if there's like one person that's awake, we could try it. Like one person might be easier to talk to than several.
Yeah. I mean, you're the experienced guard here. Wait, that disguise is really good.
Thank you.
Oh my.
All right, are we ready to go?
Beauty.
Let's do it.
All right, come on.
Fire.
Yeah.
All right.
The cart?
What? Go.
With the cart.
Right?
Yep, everybody's coming.
I say to the horses in horse, let's go.
Sound awesome.
Love it.
So, you guys start traveling with a cart that kind of has this. Any wheels turning are strangely silent, and the cart's creaks are a little less so. I think you can cast Pass Without a Trace to up to 10 characters, 10 creatures.
Each creature I choose within 30 feet.
Oh,
I
shit.
choo-
Okay.
I
So,
choose
yeah,
you.
remain 30 feet.
And you, and also you, and the kids, and the mom.
Yeah.
And the horses. And the car.
Okay.
And that bird over there.
So, The horses' clops are. Everyone seems to be traveling in a quiet and very fluid fashion towards the gate. And as I believe you're taking lead here.
Who?
Yes, I'm taking the lead.
Taking lead. Okay, cool. So as you approach, you see a small built wall, the same kind of gated wall that you passed through when you came through, and point of sorts has two small towers, one of which there's a with a torch that holds it up to your you see a torch light and hold up as you approach. You're probably about 40 feet away.
All right. Do I see a guard yet at the checkpoint?
You see the one on the yeah, you have dark vision for 60 feet. Yeah, you see the individual on the wall holding up a torch, and then another individual on the wall to the left. Make a perception check for anything else.
Okay. 11.
Yeah, so there's the two tower-esque things. They're not real tall. They're like 20 feet in the air, just to kind of give anybody that's up there a line of sight on anybody that's coming towards the border. Between there's a big arching gate. There's not like an actual gate, but it's just kind of like an archway. All building off to your right that's built into the wall, and then a what you'd imagine is kind of a little bit built up on the left side, maybe a building on the opposite side as you approach. See the two guards.
I'm gonna cast Sleep, which goes. I can cast up to 90 feet, and then affects from the one person that I choose individuals within a 20-foot sphere radius of that individual. So I'll cast it to the guard on the right guard watchtower.
Before you cast it, I want to let you know that the gate, the archway, is probably about 20 feet across.
Okay.
So you have 20 feet, a guard post, and a guard post. So away from each other, they're probably 30 feet away from each other.
So they would be able to see the other person go down.
I just want to make sure that you're aware of the situation.
Okay, so only one of them's gonna go to sleep. One would be, and the gate's like not down, right? It's like an open walkway, or is there a gate? I didn't hear a gate.
There's no gate.
No gate. Okay.
It's just like it's just like an open archway. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, go to sleep. 25.
Cool. So you cast sleep on the side or the left?
The right.
This is 20 foot. So the right guard, roll those for me.
I rolled a 25 so anybody with less than 25 hit points falls asleep.
So yeah, the one guard holding up a torch falls, and you see the light. You see the torch drop.
Okay.
I'm gonna use Step of the Wind and run up and catch it.
20 feet in the air on a podium.
Step of the Wind doubles my jump distance, I believe.
It doesn't drop over; it just drops onto the tower.
Oh, I thought it was falling, and then like.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah, all right. Never mind then. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. I just want you informed decisions.
The best.
Let's go.
Yeah. So, and you don't see any change from the other guard as of yet.
Keep driving my carriage.
Everybody roll a stealth check. If you're trying to be stealthy, I assume you are.
And we all get plus 10.
And don't forget to add 10 to it, yeah.
27.
Is that with your plus 10?
Yes.
28.
17, right? Not 7?
27, 27 for me.
27.
28.
28.
Fluffy is
I am invisible, cat.
So, as you guys are approaching the gate, you're still real quiet, and you notice that the guard on the left-facing tower is out cold, is asleep. He's just leaning up against his spot,
fuck yeah.
like leaning up against the arrow.
Love it. So
I
the
should
other
probably
guy's
Google
really
more
fast.
terms. So the arrow window. Whatever, you guys get what I mean. He's just like asleep next to, like leaning onto it. As you approach the under the archway, you notice there's 2 creatures go to the ground, approach the gate. All of a sudden you hear
Kana, can you talk to them? Tell them to cool it.
Yeah.
I'm a little rusty on canine, but I'll give it a try.
barking loudly. The guard in the tower is most likely waking up. What you guys doing?
Does anybody have any meat?
I can run up. I can like run up there and like wrestle him.
Dogs
Do we
are
see the
cats,
dogs?
right?
What's up?
Do we see the dogs?
You can see them as like a shadowy figure. They kind of rolled higher on their stealth, but they definitely perceived you through your.
Stealth checks?
I mean, you have stealth checks, but you're also walking through a walkway.
Yeah.
Like
I
you were stealthy.
say-
You didn't wake the guard. You didn't alert any of the other guards.
Yes.
But these dogs were facing the walkway, and you approached. So you're not invisible again.
in a firm and commanding yet not loud tone, I'm gonna say, bow wow, 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 bow wow, 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 which roughly translates to
Rough.
this is my area now. I will pee all over it if you don't shut up.
When you have speak with animals, what does it say?
It's a it is a, let me read exactly. It's not speak with animals. It is they are beasts are just, I can just talk to them as part of my it's a features and trait. It's part of my favorite enemy.
Okay. As you are speaking to them in these bow wow, wow wow wow. Okay, really? Our dogs just barked at that.
No.
That's pretty fake, guys.
You're gonna pee on what?
They have yet to stop barking.
I'm gonna throw a ration at each one of them.
Make a insight check, Ada. Ration.
Inside. In
Uh,
nat 20, 22.
you get that they didn't even understand you. And you're a relatively smart guy.
Oh,
That
no.
means that because you have this trait, they're probably not beasts.
And they beans.
Throw 2 rations at them.
Athletics, do you think?
Yeah, now I want to see how you throw those rations.
Good job! I'm doing really bad at my rolls. Oh no. I'm not athletic enough. I have a -1.
It was your suggestion.
I got a 1.
2 -1? Okay. You go to throw out the rations and you pull out like a handful of rations and they fall at your feet. And one you get out tossed about 6 feet away from you. Just as you guys are passing under this archway, the 2 dogs push you fast.
Ooh.
Seeing that, I am going to look in their direction and roughly split them. And gigantic dragon is going to appear.
Whichever one
Basically,
you,
out of
Okay.
thin air.
whichever one you like go towards, I'll like take the other one.
Yeah. Do they react at all to a dragon apparating between them?
Roll an intimidation check for Ogie.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's see. Base 18 plus. What his stats are here.
Can't get into a battle with these dogs.
I don't know if these are dogs.
17.
So 17 total?
Yep.
Make it with his strength modifier and not his charisma modifier. Because it's like
21.
a dominating.
Yeah. Got it. 21.
21. Okay.
Pretty strong.
3, 20.
Dragon.
One of the dogs kind of curl back, and they're in the light of the archway now. You can kind of see that they have this tan kind of skin and these long pointed ears. Not skin, fur, because they're dogs. They're big, and they're probably as big as Oki. They're big dogs. One recoils and then looks down and growls for a second, and then the other one, surprised by the action, you see it.
Say that again.
Dog disappear.
One of them.
Oh.
Recoiled and now growling at Oki, and the other one, as it leapt back, a flash, the flash of the creature into nothing.
I know.
Do you guys want me to wrestle that dog?
I don't know if you can.
Growling at Oki right now. What are you guys doing?
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna use Step of the Wind, and I'm gonna go up and well, how far are we from the digs from Oki?
You guys are probably about 10. I mean, where did you create Oki? You guys were underneath the archway. They were probably about 10 feet away from you as they were approaching, and you popped Oki out right in between them, so they're probably about 10 feet away.
Oh, well, I don't need to use Step of the Wind. I'm just gonna sprint up and do a Tavern Brawler strike on that one, and then I'm gonna
Cool. I'm
grapple
gonna need
it.
everybody to roll for initiative.
What the?
If you're fighting somebody, I need you guys to roll for initiative.
16.
Ugh. Where's-
5,
5.
5, Papa.
I think your dad fixed that faucet.
Mark says, what did you roll?
5, full.
Okay.
So he said sprint. He meant walk.
2.
I thought we were like.
You were up first in.
It was
Use my Will Frost against this animal.
Right, Ray of Frost. Roll them damages.
See if it hits, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I meant.
Like I'm imagining we're all
19.
jumping off the cart into battle. War cart.
I get D8 2d8.
To date?
Oh,
Gun.
no.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what do you
Music.
It's also a d8, but he's got the same use.
We're at 25 followers. We're halfway to,
Well,
Oh, dope. We got an extra one today.
yeah,
Well,
thanks,
two
Julie.
extra. One posted on Twitter for us.
12 damage.
12 damage. All right. You shoot out your ray of frost, and it freezes down on the ground up to their paws. They are half speed. Drop by 10. What is that? Drop by 10.
Frigid beam of blue light streaks toward a creature within range. Speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of their next turn.
Okay, so 10 feet. All right. Okay.
Those guards are totally going to wake up.
Up next, you see. Oh, because two of them are asleep. All right. And I think they're only asleep for one round. Yep. For a minute. Okay. So you see from the top spire, it's not really a spire, it's a 20-foot tower. From one of the 20 feet tower behind you, you see the guard that was on the left now directly above you. You see him leaning over and he goes, "Hey, wake up, everyone! We're being attacked!"
No.
So I say, no. Your dog had just started attacking us.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
We can all have conversation, even though it's not our battle turn, or do I have to wait for my turn to address my companions
Technically,
here?
it's all happening simultaneously.
Yeah. Okay.
So like it's all within 6 seconds of each other.
Yeah.
So we're all doing this thing. So wait for your turn, and we'll kind of I'll include that on the entire group, just so we're not shouting over each other.
Got it.
And
Got
we
it,
still maintain initiative.
10.
I guess I should roll. He goes, get them, wake up! And that's going to be his turn because he's up there, but you see him leave your sight, and you'd imagine he's coming down. At that moment, another guard. Oh, I guess, you know what? Can we switch to the battle scene?
Absolutely.
Battle scene.
Nope, never mind. Thank
What's
you
up?
to Discord for randomly setting my Discord in portrait mode instead of landscape mode today. And I haven't adjusted that scene.
Okay.
I will try to do it in the studio mode. But just go on and continue, and I'll
All right. So, while we're figuring that out, you guys are currently underneath with the cart. And I did not put Oki out there, but you are, you see another guard from this outpost right off to your left. There's like kind of a room off to your left. Seems to be like the guards' quarters. Emerge, and they run out, and Orla, being closest to them, takes a stab with a spear. 6 does not hit, I would imagine, right?
It doesn't.
Still kind of groggy from just waking up from his shift of sleeping. He stabs and misses Orla.
Nice flare.
The other guard is running down the stairs, and that is the end of the guard's turn. Up next is the dogs. So one dog is going to run up on Narnet.
Oh, he does.
Does the dog recognize Guard Narnip?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Guard nip.
Make a performance check, Narnet.
Okay. 17. I'm gonna say,
He runs
whoa,
up
good
and-
dog, good dog.
Sniffs you and then kind of looks back past you at the others, and recognizes you as a friend.
I'm gonna try and pet it as like a reaction.
All right.
Since it
Make
thinks it's
a
interacting with me.
we'll call it a persuasion check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
You pet it, and it kind of heels by your side and looks and starts growling at everybody else. We'll call it that one's turn. And then you see the other dog appear from behind the well off to your right, and it starts running up on Marxus to attack. And it will, in fact, try to bite.
It's not a very nice dog.
10.
10?
Yep.
Nope.
It leaps at you and chomps down with its jowls, and you sidestep the bite, being your monastic self.
What do we do?
Yeah, so that is their turn. And then up next is Narnik.
I am going to call out to the guards and say, "Whoa! Hey! Nobody's attacking. It's just me. I was leading these people through. Stop. Whoa! Whoa!"
Make a persuasion check.
We're creating an international incident.
5.
5?
5.
All right. You're 5. You know what? Make it with advantage. You're dressed as a guard. Yeah, make it with advantage.
Come on, 6.
16.
16.
Much better.
One of them is like
6.
one of them is very like unsettled, but they are listening to what you have to say at the time. They met it, so you bet it. But yeah, they're very cautious, while the other one is like, "Hey!" and shouts out a whistle, and the dog's kind of heeled back towards him. I guess we don't need the battle map. I feel like bad now.
Oh, you're all right. I just got it all fixed up, so we're good.
Oh, perfect timing for you guys
Also,
to
you better
quell
keep
the
it.
situation. I don't know if that's the right word. So yeah, you guys we'll break initiative for right now. I'm gonna keep the numbers that we have, but there seems to be a moment in which you can get a word in edgewise. What would y'all like to like? What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna whisper. I'm gonna make a look to Oki, like run, and be like, "Ah, it's a dragon!" And then have him just sprint off into the.
Make a perception check.
Am I lying?
No?
I mean,
Performance?
make a performance check.
Yeah.
Probably not any better. I'll say it.
14.
Ooh, okay.
I imagine I'm like, it's a dragon.
Hey,
One of
whoa.
them.
Oh no!
One of them doesn't quite believe you, but the others are like, "Where the hell did that dragon come from? What is going on?" And then you see one individual step out from the right, past the well that's off to your right. There's a small forge off to your right, a well, some crates, and a tent. And then off to your left, there's this guardhouse that one and now a second guard has emerged from. You'd imagine it was the guard that was up on the lip of the watchtower. And one of them walks up and says, "What's going on here?" And they're dressed in Tyrian garb, which ironically is blue and silver, so I think we need to talk about that. And it was just that Narnip's colors that she mentioned earlier were navy and silver, and I feel like you did differentiate between the colors of that we're all making up of the
There's
spot.
different color blues.
There are different color blues, correct. So you walk up, and there's a individual in classic Tyrian cerulean and silver garb. And now that's their colors. The bright bluish green with the silver trim. There's a very slender individual that's holding no weapons at the moment. Walks up and says, "What exactly is going on here? What are you doing? And where's Evan?"
I was out doing my nightly checks. I came across these innocent travelers who are trying to get to Burin by way of the port of Holden. They are on a bit of a time crunch because they have this rented horse and buggy. They got, the little ones, little bladders, had to stop a whole bunch. They're trying to make up for lost time and get back so they can avoid that overage fee. And I didn't want to cause a fuss. I saw that, folks were sleeping. It's really late. I apologize. It's been a week. It's been a week. Wasn't thinking clearly. My apologies.
Is there a DC to see through your guys? Do you know what I mean?
I don't know.
It would be under the spell itself, disguise self.
The changes wrought by the spell fail to hold up to physical inspection. For example, if you use a spell to add a hat to your outfit, object passed through the hat, and anyone who touches it would feel nothing or would feel your head and hair.
But there's not like somebody that rolls an intelligence check of blah 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 can see through it.
To discern that you are disguised, a creature can use its action to inspect your appearance and must succeed on an intelligence check against your spell save DC. Spell save DC. What is that?
What's your spell save DC?
I don't know. Where does it say that?
Probably 20.
Oh,
Probably a billion.
12. Save DC
12?
is 12 for my spells.
Not bad.
Okay.
Not great, not terrible.
You see this individual walk up and they say, "No, you misunderstand me. Where is Evan?" And they snap their fingers, and your disguise drops.
Motherfucker.
She says out loud.
Oh, Evan.
Yeah, I say that.
Evan.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, this is awkward.
He fell asleep on the job.
Mm-hmm.
And why were you disguised as him? What's going on here?
We didn't want to be a bother. Evan was clearly having a rough time, and as he fell asleep when he was talking to us, we figured the rest of you are probably pretty tired and could use a good night's rest and not, check us in the middle of the night. So we're just trying to pass
Evan
through
gave us
quietly.
permission. Yeah, and he gave us permission.
He did.
Make
Give me his
a
torch.
perception check.
We use a different D20.
Both
Very
Lindsay and-
keenly watching.
The guards around you have now gripped their spears and gesturing towards you with them. The dogs are now in a defensive stance. There seems to be some non-trust here.
I rolled a 13 for deception.
10.
The robed individual with the cerulean blue and silver lining says, "Guards, arrest these individuals. What exactly is in this cart?"
Hold on, sir. Hold on. We'll make this easy for you. Because you're not going to arrest us. If you want your Evan back, you're just going to let us go. We'll tell you where he is. If you don't want your Evan back, he'll probably die where we left him. And if you try and arrest us, then you're probably going to die too. So it's really one of two things is going to happen here.
They sit and think for a second. Make a persuasion check.
I hope your rolls are better than mine.
I'm on that edge right now. This is
15.
He withdraws for a second and says, "Where's Evan?" And then we can start discussing what exactly is going on here.
How about this? You have my friends go with the cart because we don't want to be charged late fees.
Late fees? I'm worried what's in the cart right now.
That's not your problem.
Yeah,
I'll take you to Evan.
One of the guards starts to approach the back of the cart.
I grab my hand axe.
Wrestle? Do I wrestle?
I'll take you to Evan. You let these folks go. What's the problem here?
Well, this is a cart. You've clearly attacked us.
No, we
And-
didn't.
And
Yeah, your dog attacked us. I agree with Orla.
you approached the gate
We were
under
given.
disguise.
To be fair,
do you wanna-
it's just an opening. There's not a gate.
And also,
Huh.
your people were sleeping and not really guarding it.
Yeah. You were giving us the chance to be able to talk to you, to be able to come through.
If
And
anything,
why
you
is
should pay
Evan all of
us.
a sudden being held hostage right now?
He's held
He's
hostage.
sleeping somewhere. He's probably gonna get
Evan,
eaten by a
sleepy.
bear.
You said you had him somewhere and that he might not be safe through the night.
I didn't say that.
Because he's
No.
sleeping out in the open.
Precisely.
And when he went out there to investigate the light that was going on, what exactly was happening?
We were cooking hot dogs, bro.
Yeah. So instead you decided to capture Evan and disguise yourselves as him to pass through the gate?
No.
He
As I
Tell him,
said,
Narnia.
he fell asleep on his feet, basically. I don't know what kind of a ship you're running here. He fell asleep talking to us. Your guards are sleeping. We didn't want to be a bother,
Yeah.
again, because it's the middle of the night. Hence the disguise and trying to get through quietly and unbothered.
Yeah.
and we saw all of you sleeping as we approached the gates.
If anything,
So-
you should pay us as security consultants.
Evan is asleep. You guys were asleep too.
Narnik, make a persuasion check with advantage because the guards are in fact asleep.
Love it.
Man.
An 11 or
Wait, should we tell him we know somebody like really important?
an 8.
Like who?
11.
They look up and they see an individual sleeping up on the tower, and you see him go wake. And one of the guards leaves and heads into the guardhouse and up the stairs to go wake them up. And he goes, "Well, that doesn't give you the right to just walk through.
You're right.
Well, it certainly doesn't give you the right to impersonate a guard
You're
of
right.
the Tier domain."
You're right. You're right. I apologize. We're tired. We've been traveling. We're really just trying to get back to civilization. Like, we're sorry. Everybody's tired.
These individuals, while making threats, have committed no crime right now. So what we will do is we'll search your cart, search your individuals, and I'm going to hold you, pointing to Narnip. We're going to have a talk.
Let's talk out here.
No. And she nods up to the guards that have now returned. One of them pulls out manacles
Huh.
and begins unlocking them,
I'm gonna
approaching.
look at the group and be like, okay, I'm gonna go with them. It's okay.
All right. So the guard approaches you and locks you into a set of manacles around your ankles and wrists, chained together. You are now bound. What is it? Restrained. And she gestures towards the other guard and the dog, and he starts taking the dog around the cart, sniffing.
As they're doing that, I'm gonna try and like sleight of hand and get out of the manacles.
Love it.
+10.
Make a Make a dexterity check, and we'll say you're trying to pick the lock.
Okay.
Make a dexterity check and add your your proficiency modifier to it.
Mm-hmm. 11.
You start twisting with the lock around each of one of the hands that you just kind of slipped your toolkit out, and you can't seem to get it. Your hands are kind of shaking in the situation that you're in. One of the guards, make a stealth check.
26. Nobody sees nothing.
He does not see anything, but you are. Do you continue to try to unlock it?
Yeah.
Okay. So as one of the guards starts taking you into the guard's office off to the left, you're continuing to start unlocking it. The guard around starts sniffing and opens up the flap to the cart and reveals poorly dressed three individuals, one of which is it's the woman and two kids that you are smuggling across the border. And the guard pops his head up and says, "Hey, we got something here." The main individual with the cerulean Tyrian robes walks up to the cart and recognizes that there's a very, very tan, a pale dwarf with a lot of bronzer on, and two children that are not disguised very well at all. I think you corrected one of them was okay, but you rolled a 5 and an 8 for the children.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, or they go. He goes, "What is this? What are you trying to smuggle people?"
No.
We're just bringing them where they need to go.
We're all trying to get to the same.
Transporting.
Are you judging how these people look? This is what they look like and how they like to dress.
You hid them under a cart.
They like to be in the dark.
It's dark out.
Yeah, but they like to feel protected under a blanket in the dark and be extra dark. They don't like that moonlight.
Yeah. So just walk around with torches right up to us.
The two kids are cowering up against Mrs. Smolder as they backed into the cart. Now revealed to the rest of the guards.
I'm gonna walk up to that guard, put myself between her, the children, and the guard, and say, "What did you say about my wife and children?"
Make an intimidation check.
Yeah.
I'd like to think he still has his hand axe out at this time too.
Make it with advantage. If you have your hand out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a big difference.
Oh yeah, I definitely got it.
The dog kind of growls and barks, or like growls up and sneers at you as you're holding your hand axe, and he says, "Sir, move aside. Something tells me that these aren't your children."
And something tells me you don't understand that I'm not moving aside.
And he gestures towards the third guard that is now awake, and who has now come down from the tower as it's been a minute has passed. And he goes, pulls out manacles and gestures towards you, Kata.
I start laughing manically while looking at my peers to see if they're going to step in and stop me or if I'm about to launch my hand axes at this person.
What does that look like? All right.
That was amazing.
So,
Hearing nobody step in, I'm gonna throw my hand axes.
what's happening? What's
What's
going on?
Zach?
I'm gonna jump down. I'm gonna be right next to him.
All right, so you throw your hand axes at the individual coming to you with manacles.
Yep.
Okay. Narnit, make a dexterity check with your tool proficiency added, and a stealth check.
Okay.
This is not good.
Dexterity is 14. Stealth is 13.
That's your plus 10 with the stealth?
Oh, do I still have that? Plus,
Yeah, you still do
And
that.
actually, you might be on your dex too. Hold on.
plus 10 is 23 then.
All right. The guard that's carrying you in, or not carrying you, but like walking you
Escorting
into
me.
the guard tower is doesn't see you, but you pop the lock. Your manacles portions are free. You've yet to get to your feet. Your hand portion. So you're lashed at the feet with this manacle set.
My hands are unlocked.
Free. Yes.
Okay. With my hands unlocked,
Okay.
I'm going to grab my dagger and stab him.
All right. Everybody roll for initiative again.
I mean, we all knew this was coming, right? It could only be
23.
9. I gotta go pee.
Oh.
Yeah, 10. My rolls are top notch today.
Marx's roll for initiative.
Okay. Why not? We're just gonna lean into the international incident here. That's a natural 1 for a 3, baby. Woo!
Yeah, they're about to fuck us up, huh?
No, those guards are a joke. We got those guards, no problem. Person in the ropes might be a problem. We got these guards.
Person in the robes doesn't seem like much of a manager. Seems like more of a fake-ager.
I
Yeah.
think person in the robes is a wizard.
Boy.
All right.
Well, I wear
3.
robes. I'm not a wizard.
Like, it's reminding me of that fawners thing. Especially with the dogs that are, like, disappearing.
Start overflowing. All right. So one more time. Darn, if you had a 23,
23.
Marx's 3, Kate a 10,
Mm-hmm.
Orla 9.
I catch up.
Darn, if you're up. So you pull out your dagger and
And I think I get sneak attack too, right? Maybe because he's like not
he
expecting it.
doesn't know. Yeah, with that stealth roll, he doesn't expect you to have that.
Are you still bound at the feet too?
Yeah.
You're just stabbing.
So I'm gonna sneak attack, and I'm gonna stab him. I'm gonna grab my rapier, and because I'm smaller, I guess I'm gonna like jab up like into his ribs for a 19 to hit.
Hits.
And then damage is going to be 7 plus 8, so 15 damage.
So you pull out your rapier and slide it up into his ribs, and you hear, and as you pierce through his lungs, he does not let out a yell or scream. And you withdraw your rapier, and he falls dead.
And then I'm
Nice.
with my bonus action or movement, I'm gonna like try and bonus action, I guess, hide behind a wall and start trying to like pick at the manacles at my feet.
So you're able to hop behind the door that is now open inward, and they like can't see. The body has fallen down. You've hopped back, and you start picking at the foot portion of your manacles. The two dogs then make actually I guess we'll jump back into if we have it still.
Oh yeah.
Narnip's here. Dead body's here.
Nice. Well,
Last time I cooperate with somebody.
Is there a way for you to make it bigger?
That's what she said.
Does that work? Oh. Okay, so the other dog, and he's there. This is the cart, by the way.
Beauty.
There we go. I'm just hiding all the numbers so I can see better. Okay.
All right. So we now have our layout. The one dog takes a bite off to the left, takes a bite at Kata. Does a 15 hit.
Nah.
Takes a lunge at you and can't pierce through that scale mail that you have. And then you see the dog again swirl and disappear.
I bet you they're hellhounds.
Then the other dog runs up on Marxus, takes a bite as well. 24.
Yep, that hurts. Pretty good.
Takes a bite at you and pulls away, giving you a 6 piercing damage.
Oh, that's not bad.
Make a DC 13 strength saving throw, please. I
Okay.
don't normally say the DC, that threw me off. Make a strength saving throw.
12.
12. You do not beat 13, and as he pulls you, he knocks you prone.
Oh no.
It makes sense though. He's a cat and a
As I
dog.
fall.
Hater, you're up. Mark on deck and Orla in the hole.
What is the status of my airborne hand axes?
This would be now your opportunity to throw them. So you have your full turn. When you went to throw them, it initiated combat, and then it would be like because you rolled poorly on your dexterity. I guess we probably should have given you advantage. So here, what we'll do is we'll throw your hand axes at advantage.
All right. And then yellow, green, and blue are our enemies, right?
Except for Orla and Marxus. Probably over Marxus.
Right. Yeah. The faceless
The-
silhouettes.
And then this is the robed individual up here. And then a giant dog here.
Got it. Yeah. So we'll just go with the one right in front of me, point blank. So,
Throw it then?
what's that?
Are you going to throw then, or are you just going to attack?
Let's attack. So I will quickly bonus action Searing Smite.
Okay.
And then I will attack advantage hand X1. So better of the two is 22.
Hits.
Hand X2 is
Well, what's the damage on hand X1?
so 24 is the second one. So I'm assuming they both hit.
What's the first one's damage?
8 plus, if we're adding the Searing Smite, a D6, I believe. Yeah, 1d6 fire. So 13.
13 total. The first hand axe, as it ignites midair, you slash through, passing his shield and right across his chest, and he falls dead. So you still have your bonus action for your second attack.
Okay.
Real strong.
Yeah, so we'll throw it then at. I guess I'll throw it at the blue one.
So because you're back here, the blue one is yet to take its turn, their turn. So I don't think you have line of sight on them, but you probably could swing it at the the cloaked figure or the
Main guy.
dog?
Oh yeah, let's start at that dog. It just bit my friend.
Cool. All right. Roll for an attack.
So that one was 24.
Oh yeah, that hits. So roll for damage for that.
9.
All right, 9 damage.
That's it. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. So this guy's dead. This guy's dead. We're going back over here. All right. Marxus, you're up. Orla in the hole.
Active combatants, enemy combatants on the field. Where are they at?
You've got blue off to your right, and then you've got this cloaked figure. On our screen, it looks red. But they're wearing cerulean blue. Cerulean blue.
I'm gonna go up to that one, to the robed figure.
Okay.
And as I'm sprinting up, I'm gonna just like punch him right in the face,
Cool. Roll for an attack.
or punch them right in the face.
Marxus, do you have to get up?
Oh yeah, I'm prone. That's right.
Yes, you do.
Oh.
Thanks. So
You have to
I'm
spend-
gonna.
I mean, you have to spend half your movement getting up, but
Okay.
because you have 45 feet, you can easily move 10 after that.
Okay. So that's an 8 to hit.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess that misses,
Yes.
and I'm gonna use my second attack to throw another. I'm gonna throw a Tavern Brawler Strike this time. 18.
As you, you hit.
Dope. That's gonna be doing 7 damage, and I'm gonna attempt to grapple.
Okay.
Nice.
Give me 1 second.
Marxus, I like to imagine that when you were knocked prone, you were like knocked prone as like a cat. Like the dog bit you, and as you fell, you just like caught yourself.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
as
animal.
you swing for your Tavern Brawler strike, they swipe their hand in front of you, and your hand fist hits a invisible barrier, and you actually miss.
Motherfucker.
Wait, you rolled an 18 to hit?
Yeah.
Fuck. It does hit. It does hit.
Hell yeah. Still get my grapple
Yeah.
attempt.
Yep, there you go. You still get your grapple.
So my strength check on that is a 13.
All right.
Please be a weak little wizard.
Is it contesting?
I believe it is contesting strength, right?
Okay.
For a
So
grapple.
they rolled a 12, so they are grappled.
Nice.
Cool. So as you're you've punched through and then reach under their arm and pulled them tight to you. What are you? I guess that was your
And
movement,
then
your
that
bonus
was my
action, or
movement, my
anything? Or-
actions, and my bonus action, so I'm all set.
All right, cool. Up next is Orla Bitterfoot.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Tasha's hideous laughter at the dog.
Okay.
He has to make a wisdom saving throw of 15, and I have a funny joke.
Well, funny and subjective.
I have
Objective?
a
I
joke.
don't know.
Yeah, subjective.
Objective.
What is the right word? Tree Lamp, help us out in the chat. What's the right word on that one?
Yeah.
Is it subjective or objective?
While we figure that out, what's this joke? And let's see how funny it actually is.
Did you hear about the claustrophobic astronaut?
No.
He just needed a little space.
As you guys all laugh, the dog doesn't. And beats your
15?
15. He
Get
rolled
the
a
fuck
a
outta
15
here.
and he's got +1 on no, he's got +0 on charisma. I'm sorry.
I'll say
Let's put that.
bit
Is it charisma or wisdom?
wisdom.
So he has a +1 on wisdom. He beat it.
Does he nod his head to
I
the
didn't.
side and
He
his
knows
little
that's a
blush?
bad joke.
Like he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, who is close to me that I can give some inspiration
I think
to?
your inspiration range on every.
I am?
I mean, what's your range? I think it's like 60 feet or 30 feet, right?
Let's see. Bardic inspiration, 60 feet.
Know your rules. You've got to know your rules. If you don't, the DM will bite you in your sleep. Or whatever.
And
All
we
right.
live together.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Are you bardic inspiration?
I am 60 feet. They can hear you. And I'm going to go, Bardic inspiration.
It's like your hype man DJ Khaled shout out.
We the best.
Yes. So I'm going to give one, Gina or Narnab, you get inspiration.
That's it.
Oh.
Because you can only give one inspiration to one person.
Oh, yeah.
You got to know your rule. So, can you see Narnib?
Yeah, she's right behind me.
Past the door, hidden behind the wall.
Gosh.
Who you give it to?
Marxus.
All right, cool. So, up next is Narnib. Or actually, the caster ghost. Being restrained, they're going to try to get out. And they roll a 15. Marxus, you want to... Yep.
16, baby. And as he's grappling, I go, you're not going anywhere.
I can't see what he did.
Me neither.
All right. I have the battle screen up. I can't see what you guys are doing while I have that up right now.
Battle.
Yeah, can't get out. Has no movement. Can't do anything else.
Sweet.
All right. Yeah, I guess so. Real cool, guys. So up next is the dogs. This one is going to run up on Orla, having just made this bad joke. And this one's going to run up on Marxus.
Sure.
So they're both going to take bite attacks.
Not concerned.
The one on the left bites at a 15. Does that hit?
Yeah.
15 hits. Cool.
So cool.
Remember, guys, you guys get to cheer when you hit me. 9 damage, piercing damage that bites into you, and then this dog disappears.
Coward.
Ooh.
That's
This one's going to bite at Marxus and rolled a natural 1. So it actually bites and hits the grappled caster instead,
yes.
dealing 9 damage to them.
Oh.
Beauty.
Dang to themselves. That's funny.
Biting them right in the tuchus.
Ooh.
And all right, so up next is Kato. What's up, dude?
No, Narnip, right?
Yes. No, Narnip. Yes, Narnip. Actually, she goes before the blink dogs. That's my bad. Go ahead, Narnip.
It's okay. Are my feet manacled off? Did I pick those last successfully?
Make a dexterity check with your proficiency modifier.
Okay. Ooh, 24. They off.
Yeah. Snap those off, and you are free. You have bonus action and your movement, but that took your action this round.
Okay. I will move towards the green dog and the wizard and Marxus.
I will say that the red dog is still there, since on the next turn they disappear.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just move up next to the red dog.
Cool.
And I'm gonna stab at it with the rapier.
Cool. Bonus action attack.
Yep.
All right.
And I think
So you
because
go ahead.
because Narnip is within 5 feet of it, I get sneak attack.
You're Narnip. Orla is the individual that you're talking about,
Yep.
and yes, you do.
The other gnome. That's what I'm talking about.
You got your own self confused with the
Yeah.
other gnome.
It
17
takes one to
to
know
hit.
one.
Oh, that was good. Not the hit. No, the hit hits definitely, but I don't know if you guys caught that, Bob's. It takes one to gnome one.
Oh no, you said gnome one.
Yeah, it's a hilarious joke, internet.
Clever.
Everybody loved it.
Laugh at me. No, with me. With
We're
me.
College Bob.
So-
I'm gonna do 18 damage with the sneak attack
Oh, fuck.
bonus.
Oh.
That
So your
rapier
sneak
is
attack damage
doing
messes
good
this
today.
thing up, and as it whimpers, it disappears on its turn. As we kind of went through and retroactively did. So up next is Kato.
Okay, cool. Let's kill something.
Good doggo.
I am gonna run up. Just basically, so I have line of sight on the blue silhouette. So maybe up like 15 feet or so. Yep.
Right there, cool.
Yeah. And then I am going to mark the blue silhouette guard with my hunter's mark.
Cool.
And then I'm going to try and shoot it with my short bow here.
All right, make a range attack.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. 8.
Cool. It does not hit. As the guard comes down the stairs, turning the corner, you mark him, and he holds up a shield and is able to block the oncoming arrow. All right. You got
That's
any
it.
movement? Nope, that's it. Cool. Marxus, you're up. Orla's in the
Nope,
hole.
that's it.
You're on deck. Next
All right.
turn.
I'm currently grappling him, right?
Yeah, you are.
And I've got inspiration. I'm gonna let me know how I would do this. Can I like sweep the leg? I'm picturing like I've got him like behind, right? Like arms under the shoulders from behind.
You're like trying to do like a wrestling move.
Yeah, and then just like pin him down to the ground.
Make a athletics check.
All right. Come on, baby. 21.
You are able to sweep the leg and boom, you push your shoulder down into them as you are now pushing them down onto the ground. Still wrapped up and like kind of in this cat bear hug situation, but you are both now on the ground with your weight over him.
Excellent. Now would that be an attack or would that be a movement, you think?
That would be your attack. That would be your action.
All right.
Can we
yeah,
call it Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
I'm gonna. Well, I haven't.
Okay.
It's not a melee weapon attack, so I'm actually just gonna end my turn right there and just keep holding him. Just keep holding
Okay,
him in
cool.
the grapple.
Hold them down. Hold them down. All right. So up next is Orla. What's up?
I'm going to use Dissonant Whispers at the other dog that's right there.
All right.
So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw. 15.
He does not.
Perfect.
What does your dissonant whispers look like?
I step forward and I hold my hands out like this and I start whispering in tongues.
Oof.
And you can see like little bouts of air kind of moving and going into its ear. So I have 3d6 plus 1 other d6. So 4d6. I need another d6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Get your D6 under control.
I need another one. I have 3 things here. 7, 8. Okay. 9, 12, 13 damage.
Is this towards the puppy?
Don't call it a puppy.
Aw.
Is this towards the dog?
It's a hellhound.
Sure.
But yes.
Think of it as whatever you want. Whatever gets you to sleep at night. So 13 damage.
Yep, and on top of it.
Starts whimpering and recoils.
So it also has to Immediately take its reaction to move as far away from me as possible. But it doesn't go into any, like, bad territory.
Yeah. Its whole reaction. So it's going to take its reaction to blink then. All right.
So it says, failed save, it takes 3d6 plus 1.
Yeah.
Psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Yeah, it's gonna take its reaction to blink away from you.
It doesn't say of an action and a reaction. It says to move away.
Okay.
Because that could mean, know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
How do we kill it if we can't see it?
You're right.
Yeah.
You are correct.
I don't know, man. They still killed Predator.
Still has his blink.
Spoilers.
Yes, correct. It is spoilers. So it moves 50 feet away from you.
Jesus, it has a very long walking speed.
So it is yonder. They got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Bolts. Gets out of dodge.
Nice.
All right, so up next is our. All right, so this guard, now that he's come down the tower and down the stairs, turn the corner, block the shield, sees Marxus wrestling down this robed individual. He's going to charge with his shield and bash Marxus over with an athletics check. Make a contesting athletics check for me, Marxus.
Ooh, buddy. And I'm gonna use my inspiration as well.
All right.
Did you give me a D8 of it?
Yes.
Just to be extra. Oh, cool. 22.
So 22.
Yeah.
As he charges, you're able to take the individual and roll with them. I'm gonna say you guys both move 5 feet and roll away. He charges, misses, and we'll say he comically video game-esque hits that rock.
Bonk.
Bonk. The caster is then up and going to is gonna try to get out of this grapple with a strength check. All right. And finally beats. Yes. Finally beats your 6 with an 11. As you guys are rolling, you lose contact and they roll away from you. Narnip, you're up. Then the dogs, and then Kata.
I'm going to use my movement to get next to this person that just got away from Marxus. Spellcaster, or whatever we're calling them.
Is that cast down?
And I'm going to stab at them with my rapier. 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Is Marxus still within 5 feet of her?
Yeah.
Alright, so it's going to be 3 plus... It's going to do 16 piercing damage for the sneak attack with the rapier.
All right.
And then oh, sorry, go ahead.
Describe the last moments of this caster as they're rolling away towards you.
This is not going to end well.
So she rolls away towards me, and as she's trying to get up, she doesn't hear my muted footsteps, still probably thinking that I'm chained up at her command, and I plunge the rapier into her back, skewering her into the ground.
Dang.
As she rolls over, she looks over and sees your eyes, and then her shoulders pinned back down. So her now. All right, Dan. All right. Are the blink dogs frightened, or they just have to move away from you?
They just have to move away from you.
Up next is them dogs. One's going to appear here. The other is going to move their 50 feet back and attack Marxus. So one's going to attack Narnip, one's going to attack Marxus. Narnip, a 14 hit.
Yeah.
All right, bites you, and then a 13 hit, Marxus.
Nope.
Cool, does 13 damage to Narnip and snaps and misses Marxus.
I'm gonna use my reaction so it only does half damage.
Okay, cool.
So only 7, right? Because I round up or round down.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna round up. I don't know what the real rule is, but we're just gonna play the game round up for everybody, bad guys including. So
Okay.
that's gonna be our rule, our house rule. All right. So up next is Kata, Marxus, Orla.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my bow again on the last of the guards. But I'm specifically going for non-lethals at this point.
Okay.
So like probably legs, I would assume.
You tell me, man. It's your world. I just run it.
18 hit.
Yeah.
Chops his femoral artery.
Shoots his leg right off.
So 7 plus 5, so 12 damage. And we're going for non-lethal, so don't want to hit arteries. I am going to aim for. I don't really care. Guess I care if he dies in the long run. We're gonna shoot him in the pelvis.
Oh. All right. So you shoot him in the with an 18. You're pretty accurate. You shoot him just above the left pelvic, your left hip bone, right into the gut, and it hits him. It's a liver shot. He's down and incapacitated at the moment. All you guys got left are these dogs. So Kata, any other actions or bonus actions, movements, or anything else that you got fancy?
So he's not dead, but then so if I on my hunter's mark, it's what's that?
He's unconscious the way that you guys fall unconscious.
Got it.
So
Okay.
you'll have to stabilize him, but he's dying.
Okay. Then the only other thing I'm doing is I'm gonna shift my hunter's mark to the red dog.
All right, cool. So you're gonna shift the hunter's bonus action, shift the hunter's mark over. Are you gonna move?
Yeah, I'm gonna move right up next to the incapacitated guard.
Cool. So you head over there, and you shift it over to the red dog. And up next is Marxus, then Orla.
I'm right next to this other dog, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna just. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna hit it with a Tavern Brawler strike.
Roll to see if it hits.
An 8.
Damage.
A 6 damage. We'll try and grapple.
All right.
5.
I rolled a 13. So it is not grappled, but your punch and grapple combo, the hit knocked it pretty good. It whimpered and is not looking great.
So I'm gonna just slap it again with an unarmed strike.
All right, roll to see if it hits.
A 11.
It does not.
Wait, an 8 hit, but an 11?
Oh, I thought I saw a 24. I'm sorry.
No, that was my second roll because I thought the 8 was gonna miss. So then I was like, oh, I'll just
Yeah,
do another.
the 8 missed anyway, so I'm taking back those 6 points.
Okay, no worries.
Cool. Sorry about that.
Well, then I missed
I'm
with the
looking at
second
the log.
one. And I already used the bonus action to attempt to grapple, so I will end my turn.
Cool. Up next is Orla.
All right. Do these dogs have any kind of like metal chains around their neck or anything? Any kind of metal on?
There are leather collars, but that's it.
Okay.
There's a metal clasp for the collar, like a belt.
Yeah, that's not gonna do that much. Okay, so I'm gonna do at the dog that's like directly above me. I'm going to cast Cloud of Daggers at it.
All right. A cloud of daggers appears and forms just above the red dog. Roll that damage for me.
Oh, jeez. He's so small. Sorry,
It's okay.
I can't get him out.
Above VTT is how we utilize this this virtual tabletop. Thank you very much for Above VTT. It actually connects right through D&D Beyond, and there's a Chrome extension for it. So it's pretty cool. So thank you very much for that. That's how we are able to do our battles the way we do.
All right. So this is 3, so 5. I need 6d6. Where is it? Cloud of Daggers.
Cloud of daggers.
1,
66
3,
or 64?
4. Oh, 64. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Stop. I need one more.
64?
I need to buy you another.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Actually, I know there's one hidden somewhere here.
So I got 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 damage.
Cool. How would you like to end this dog's life?
Ooh. I'm gonna. When I shoot. So I'm gonna grab like a little sliver of glass, like from my little pouch, and I'm just gonna like throw it like a dagger, and out of it is going to come like a bunch of tiny daggers, and it's just gonna swarm it, and then all of a sudden, it's chopped liver.
Oh, all right.
Chopped liver.
This dog is now chopped liver as you throw your glass dagger at it and eviscerate it with this shroud of blades. That's the off-brand version. Is Shroud of Blades
Instead of Cloud of
instead
Daggers.
of Cloud of Daggers. It's the
I don't know, Shroud of Blades.
It's the
DCU of
Kirkland brand.
It's the Roll20 equivalent.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's I guess
The Kirkland brand.
Kirkland brand. The Our family.
Great
What's
value.
that? Private selection.
Private select. There you go. That's just a Kroger thing.
It is.
So, as you've ended that dog's life,
Oh God.
I know I keep saying it.
I hate when you say that.
Beast.
Darn it, you're up.
All right. I'll move towards the green dog. Right next to Marxus. Stab it with the rapier.
Roll it.
22 to hit.
It's
And then Marxus is within 5 feet, so it's going to do 7 plus.
Bring it on. I can handle it.
It's going to do 19 damage to the dog because it's a sneak attack.
how would you like to end this dog's life?
Wow.
Squishy.
We are dog people for the.
Had 40.
How do you kill Wilson?
No.
Stop it. Cut it out.
It's make believe, guys. Spoiler alert. Sorry to bring you out of it. So if you guys are, well, first of all, we can jump out of our combat, but if you want to tell us what's going on with, what do you do to kill this dog?
There?
I kill it as gently and as humanely as possible and whisper, sorry, as I pierce the rapier quickly through its artery in its neck so that it dies very quickly and with as little pain as possible.
Okay. That said, we're going to take a brief break. We're going to use the facilities, let our dogs out, all the shebang. If you wouldn't mind, please sticking with us with the second half. We'll definitely see what the group does with this individual at the gate and how they're going to get the Moldar family, safely to their destination back in Holden.
Holden. That's where we were going.
Holden.
I couldn't remember.
All right, so
God.
please stick with us, and we'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. Thank you.
Bye.
Welcome back. We are Roll for Revelry, and we play D&D. Yeah, the group just attacked an outpost.
Did we attack or did they attack us?
Hey, I'm just doing the recap in case you're just joining us, so it's whatever I say goes. Alright. Yeah, it's not a limerick form, sorry. Yeah, so we should definitely clip that though. The group just fought off a handful of guards, their leader, and their guard dogs, which were more than just dogs. I believe you left one alive, as you are known to do. What would y'all like to do?
Take it away, Kata.
I'm gonna start digging. Big holes. These dogs are pretty big.
I'm gonna go up and I've been doing a lot of the grapple this session, I feel like.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna run up, hit him with my staff, and just try a stunning strike. Just to like
Cool. So roll to see if you attack.
You're talking about the guy that's incapacitated?
Oh no, yeah, that's right. I totally forgot he was in cap. I was gonna walk up and I'm gonna steady him.
Roll for an attack. You chose your
No,
fate.
he's about to die.
Alright, yeah, I'll roll with it. Yes, and let's go, baby.
We came back from the break. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but you guys are gonna have to
Yeah, sorry.
address the situation and remember as you're acting out.
Yeah,
That's your one. Everybody gets one.
Titan.
Well then, that's where we're going.
Right, Spider-Man?
Everybody gets one.
So, yeah, apparently everybody gets one. So, you guys are pinning him down with your bow staff.
Yeah.
And the guard is kind of out of it, and currently making Dexter death saving throws.
I'm gonna. I don't have a potion or anything. Yeah, anybody heal it up? No, I don't think he's gonna talk right now. Anybody heal? I don't have any potions. Anybody have a potion? What are we?
You know.
I mean, I can heal. Why do we want to heal this guy?
Because he's dying. We can't even get any information out of him if he's dead, though.
What else? What information do we need to get? We just need to get by, right?
Who is this guy?
He's a guard.
No, the rogue.
wizard.
The caster. Who's this one?
We can't. Do you want to try to talk to him while he's dying? And give us more information. Because I can lean over and be like, "Sir, I can heal you. Give us some information."
Yeah.
All right.
I'm done with the first hole.
What kind of information are we looking for?
I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. Y'all go figure it out. I'm gonna go help him, and I drag the caster over into the first hole.
Wait,
But
before
isn't
you do
it-
that though, like I want to pick that caster's pockets and see if they have anything on them. Don't put them in the hole yet.
We better
So
hurry.
who-
I'm already lifted.
Or not?
No, it's one of the guards.
All right. I think he just needs to die.
I'm gonna walk back over and say, "All right, guys, I'm gonna dig all the holes. I don't know if we need to shake this guy down or anything. Somebody needs to probably go address the children and mother who are gonna have severe emotional trauma from watching us just murder a whole bunch of people."
Maybe.
That's kind of where I'm at with this, and I'm gonna go back to digging.
All right. So Narnip, I'm gonna be like, do we think that we need to get any information out of this guard?
Let me see. Let me look at if there's anything on this spellcaster's person, and then if there is and we have a question, we can ask him about it. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
So can I investigate the body of the
Yeah.
spellcaster?
Roll an investigation check.
Six.
You find a book, a dagger.
Ooh. I'm gonna take that dagger.
Cool. Scoop up the dagger.
What about that book?
I don't read. Does anybody?
I'll take it. I took it.
Cool. You took it. You took the book.
Cool. You guys all sit here now?
Just cool your jets for a minute.
All right.
What?
Sorry.
Why do you want that book?
I mean, I can comprehend other languages, whether reading or speaking. So I figure it might be helpful. Maybe there's some other spells in there where you can learn. So I open it.
Make an investigation check.
$19.
It appears to be a wizard's book. Their spellbook.
Grimoire?
No, their spellbook.
Spellbook.
There are a series of spells in there.
Is it languages that I can understand?
Yeah, it's written in common.
just- Okay, common. Cool. Awesome. I'm just going to put that in my pocket.
Cool.
Honestly, I don't think that this really warrants questions. It's just his spells.
Yeah. Do I see that symbol that was on the piece of paper anywhere throughout? Have I seen that throughout the guard post or on the wizard?
Make a perception check.
Dirty 20.
Nope. You haven't seen it.
Cool. Okay.
He
Sorry.
loves that so much.
You really haven't seen it.
All right.
Done with the second hole.
All right. I don't think we need to ask them any questions. I think we just need to get these people to where they're going and be done with it. But what about Evan? Evan is still alive and Evan has seen Orla. Do we need to go back and kill Evan?
Either way, can I just set this caster down?
Yeah.
Okay, thank God. I throw him in the first hole and start using my back paws to parry him.
What's everybody doing? Kata, what are you doing?
Taking holes.
Okay.
Evan doesn't know I'm bad. Evan let me go through.
I go to collect a body for the second hole. I'm like, is anybody gonna go talk to these kids?
Yep. I'm gonna go talk.
Drag this blue silhouette into the second hole.
So as you're dragging the corpses into the holes and discussing whether or not you need to go kill the witness Evan, you see Mrs. Muldar holding her kid's ears tightly to her body, staring at all of you while you're just cleaning up your mess. She goes, "What in the hell is going on?"
We had to get you guys through.
We don't want our cart to be late.
I don't want to be charged double.
This was not what you were just supposed to get us across the border, not kill a bunch of people.
This is how we get you across the border.
Yeah.
If it was easy to get you across the border, you would have just gotten across the border.
Yes.
Kata can recently tell you he has come across the old adage that the ends do justify the means, and are we not across the border?
She kind of sets the kids in the cart, and she whispers, kind of speaks to him for a moment, and then diverts her attention back at you. She says, "Yes, I guess, whatever you say, we'd be happy to tag along, and we're very grateful. Thank you very much."
We're not gonna hurt you.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm really sorry that had to happen, but their dogs started attacking us first, and you guys are precious cargo. We had to make sure that you were safe.
We greatly appreciate that. Thank you.
Hey, Marxus. I kind of whisper saying this to him, like I'm not making it. I'm not yelling to him, but I'm like, Come over here.
What?
The way she said yes, I don't trust her.
What do you mean?
I just think we need to keep an eye on them. They could be liabilities.
Oh,
They just watched us murder.
liabilities. I get it. They're good liars.
No, they just watched us murder an entire outpost of guards. Self-defense or not, that puts us at the wrong end of the law.
I don't know where you're getting at, man, but I'm not gonna hurt these kids.
Right. No, my mistake. Narnip.
What?
Okay.
I don't
That-
see it. It's okay. I'm just saying.
I tried to explain this to Marxist, but I don't say this often. I messed up. I don't know if I trust these folks right now. I think you should keep an eye on them, just in case.
You think they're spooked and they're gonna try and run?
Yeah, I think we should still protect them and fulfill our end of the deal. But I think, yeah, they're liabilities to us.
Do you think I should go get those manacles and shackle Mom so that she doesn't try and run?
No, I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to exert force or try and bind them. I just think we should be aware of that.
Hearing this conversation, this is between me and Kata.
This is Dan reacting. Marcus is just like, "Do-do-do-do."
I'm gonna go get the manacles just in case we might need them.
Okay, I'd say bring them, but I don't think we should use them yet.
Okay. I think we need to like get heading to Holden as soon as possible though, because I agree with you that they're spooked and like are gonna be irrational, and we should go.
Yeah.
Add a set of manacles to your inventory.
Okay.
As a note on it, say DC 14.
Oh.
That's just like if you were to lock anybody else up and they were going to try to get out, that would be like a lock picking.
Okay.
That's what they would try to do. Or if you guys, I don't know. I'm just saying that's how difficult these manacles are. I don't know how they're going to be used in the future because y'all are crazy.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Probably on Marxist, if we're being completely honest.
That's fair.
Yeah, I agree.
Can you hand me a sticky note? D&D app does not allow you to add things, I don't think.
Hey,
You can add it in
Pen and
your
paper.
notes.
Mm-hmm.
pen and paper rule all.
Give me that.
All right. So, what are y'all doing?
I'm gonna pop back up on the cart. Maybe we'll start making our way.
Yeah.
Before more guards come, and we have to kill them apparently too.
Yep.
Okay,
Let's go.
let's go. Kata,
Back
can
to
you
the cart, back
did
to
you
home.
talk to these horses? See how they're feeling?
Are you Bubbles?
Yeah, let me, hold on. Let's have a quiet conversation with the horses.
How many times can you cast this spell, or can you just always talk to animals?
I always talk to beasts.
Oh, all right.
But I'm not going to talk to them. I'm going to more whisper to them.
Okay.
Yes. No.
The one time.
No.
And whisper.
No. No. And then.
Because I don't speak horse, you gotta help me out.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Say, hey, that other half bag of carrots is in it for you if we can get back before we get charged overages.
All right. They one of them's like, well, I guess we'll see. Let's go. It's all super stoked.
Yeah, they said they're ready.
Okay. Real quick, I want to just go do like a lap in the guards' quarters before we leave.
Do we want Oki to burn this place down when we leave?
Yes. No trace, no evidence.
What was that over there?
Nothing.
Okay.
Marxus, help me move these dogs into the center of the building.
Oh. Sure. Okay. Sounds great. Not weird at all.
Perfect. So I guess we'll do that while Narnip explores.
All right. Roll an investigation check, Narnit. Are you looking for anything specifically, or what's up?
I'm looking for that symbol in the guards' quarters.
Make an investigation check.
6.
You don't see the symbol.
Looks good. Let's get out of here.
All right. So you head west down the beaten path with your escort and your group, and it kind of takes you guys the remainder of the as day breaks. You notice that the family is like definitely like hidden under the wagon, like the covered wagon aspect of the cart during the day.
Which is smart. They want to make sure that they're not seen by anybody that might know who they are.
Is there anything you'd like to do as you guys approach the now that you're in Tyrion control, things are relatively safe. As you approach the city of Holden.
While we're on the cart, can I rip a quick short rest or?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so I'm gonna just do a little bit of healing up.
Take a snooze.
Yep. A little cat nap, if you will.
Yeah. So, as you approach the city of Holden, you pull into Roof's Beasts of Burden, the Holden store, and park your cart and park the horses. And out, there to greet you is a teenage Holdenite.
I think we brought him back in time.
Yep, just in time. Congratulations.
Do we get a second punch for being on time?
Yeah.
Fortunately, the rules are only one punch per rental.
Well, I've got a little 2 pieces of silver in my pocket that says otherwise.
Sure. When he punches your card a second time, it takes 2 silver.
Cool.
God.
Hey, kid, let me see that punch.
What would you like to do with it?
Take it.
What's in it for me?
I don't punch you.
Make an intimidation check.
As I do this,
What
as I
happened
do
to
this, I
you?
look,
Jesus.
as I do this, I look at Marxist and I say, "Ends justify the means, right, bud?"
Yeah, sure. I have 2 punches already, though, and you have none.
18.
He goes, all right, and he hands you the punch.
I put it in my inventory.
Put a punch in your inventory.
You have a whole puncher in your inventory now.
Yeah.
I'm picturing like
They
Kata's
stole
gonna be like
from a
Tom
small
Hanks
teenage child.
in the Polar Express. Just
Yep.
Oh my lord. Okay. So you drop off the card and you should go back to the
Kid. Thank you.
bar.
I still have manners.
You're welcome.
Sorry, Orla. Go ahead.
We're dropping at.
Do we go to this? I think we need to go to the safe house, and then let the.
Is that where they're our boss is at? Who we're working for? Who do you work for?
Well, I think we have like contraband, if you will. So I don't know if we should just go directly to the bar or if it needs to be a little bit more discreet. So I think we should go to the safe house and then have somebody let Mr. Monocle know we're there.
but
The
that's
goods.
definitely the bar.
Yeah. I agree. Let's go to the safe house.
So you approach the safe house, and as you're walking through the streets with them
Yeah.
in the middle of day.
No, we're in
It's
the
probably
cart still,
evening
right?
now. It's probably evening now because it's like quite a ride. So it's probably evening now. As you guys approach the city, and you're walking through the streets in the evening, with them and towards the safe house that you stayed the night at but 3 days ago.
All right. Is there anybody else there?
Make a perception check.
17, dirty 20.
Yeah. There's the same familiar guard out front, as well as a second bouncer guard that you may recognize out front as well.
All right. I'm going to say we're trying to get in to that big scene.
Well, you're more than expected, so feel free. He gestures you all into the safe house.
We all go in there.
Can I do an insight check on that bouncer real quick?
Yeah, roll an insight check.
Is it the bouncer I don't trust, or the new bouncer?
17.
It's the bouncer that was. It was one of the. There's one of the There's one of the guards that was guarding you guys while you slept, and then there's the one of the bouncers that was at the club / bar that you guys were at before. That was like guarding the dark, like guarding the bottle service area. What was your roll?
17.
Yeah, it seems like this is where he.
Like
Expects you to
he
be-
wasn't told that like we were about to be ambushed, so just let him on in, kind of deal.
Is that what you're trying to decipher?
Yeah, just making sure that like the safe house is still safe for us, kind of deal.
It seems safe for you.
Cool.
When will Monocle be here to collect his goods and pay us?
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to the bouncer that was like standing guard outside of the table.
He goes, well, best head inside.
Why?
I think we should just go. I trust.
Has somebody walked in?
I did.
You've walked in already?
Mhm.
All right. Make a perception check.
Dirty 20.
All right. So as you walk in, you see the familiar like living area space. There's a couple chairs surrounding a fireplace, couple tables. There's a table off in the corner, and at the table is seated Mr. Monocle. There are a few more guards that are on the internal aspect of it. There with you, and he kind of like pops his head up as you've approached. Sets down his plate that he was eating, and says, "Well, I hope that were successful in your venture.
Oh, we were.
Do you all enter?"
Yep.
Okay. You all enter, and he gets up from his chair as he sees Miss Mulder, and they embrace one another, and he holds the kids up to him as they are like kind of all hugging and joined together as a family once again. Narnip, you notice that she whispers something to Mr. Monocle because you're passive perception. And he kind of whispers something back. What are y'all doing? Is there anything that you'd like to do, or after a short time?
I'm gonna try
What's
and
up?
inch a little bit closer to them, unnoticed.
Make an perceive or investigate. Make a perception check.
18.
You can't hear what they say, but she seemed concerned, and he seemed to comfort that concern.
Okay.
Like she was like, "Have it." He's like,
All right.
I'm going to go up to Mr. Monocle and I'm going to say, listen.
He tucks them into the back room and speaks with y'all. At the table he was dining at, and he goes, sits back down and gestures for you all to join him.
I'm going to sit down and I'm going to be really honest with you. There was a little bit of a bump in the road. As we were trying to pass through the gates, these guard dogs started attacking us. without us really giving a chance to, smooth talk our way through it. And then we tried to smooth talk our way through it, and they weren't believing us. So we had to keep your family safe. I'm really sorry that happened. Or if it did scare them or made them feel very uncomfortable. But
Says, well, they'll get over it in time. It was certainly startling, and not necessarily seeing that kind of confrontation person to person. I believe that they were a little shaken, but I do appreciate you bringing my family back to me. I apologize about the what's the term? I apologize about the subtle nature regarding the package. I just had to be sure that you were willing and that you were talented enough to pursue this task. Now, I do believe I owe you some information.
yeah.
So please sit down and be happy to answer any questions you have and enlighten you on some of the information that I have about the city.
Okay.
So first of all, I guess I'll tell you, he sits you all down. Is there anything, if you guys want to do anything or else or anything like that, interrupt, feel free. But he sits you down and mentions, I was interested in telling you more about this in Giba, specifically in Holden. Well,
Yeah, when do they come?
well, as I said, they'll be here. It was a week, and now that we have 3 days, it'll be a few days from now. The Ingiba come to this town relatively infrequently, and when they do, they arrive in groups of 3 or 4, as I've mentioned. They show up, they accept donations for about a day, and then all seem to disappear. The peculiarity of it, I don't know if that's a word, is that they are rarely seen afterwards. They tend to hang out in one of 2 places. One is the double-story dive, a divey-style dark bar on the Eastways, in the Eastways district. And then the 5 Crowns Flagon, which is a little bit nicer of a place off into the Western district. Again, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to shout and Ert.
So you say they disappear. Does anybody see them leaving, like going back to port? Like you said that before, if I can remember correctly, they come and no one sees them leave.
Well, that's the interesting aspect of it, is that no one does see them leave. And it's been something that's kind of been noticed by a select few, and others don't really notice. You wouldn't notice a few people in your town approaching and then not being around. You'd assume they just left and you did not witness that. But with the eyes and ears that we have in this district and in this city, we've kind of come to the conclusion over the past few years that, yes, in fact, there are... They don't seem to leave. They approach these buildings and, no longer... Don't ever leave them. It's very interesting, very strange. There are rumors that they are searching for something related to Holden's past. And that could mean the past in which they had Titan fight back, but more people believe that it dates back further than that, and that it dates back to the influence of the site, the rumor that holds that there were dragons in this area, that the city was founded upon.
Why would they be interested in dragons?
I don't know,
Do you,
but these are the histories of the city, and these are the rumors that we get.
I have a question for you, if I could.
Yes, we can get you a drink. He waits you. They
Thank
give
you. I forgot what my actual question was. Wait, no, I remembered. The dragon teeth. You know, what do they do? What do they do with those?
I don't know anything about dragon teeth.
No, they're in the mouth of the dragon. You know, I'm sure you know what they are.
I'd imagine that's all I know, and that they're probably sharp, and they've gone through a handful of creatures.
Are there rumors that the Nagiba are trying to, the relics that maybe they're looking for are dragon teeth that they're using to like disappear?
I don't know much about relics or what they're doing, but
Who knows?
I don't know. We haven't really investigated. What's up?
Who knows about relics here? Who's your reliquary?
Your relic guy.
Well, we so long as they don't bother us, we don't really bother them. There is rumor that the Ngiba are the holders of the what is it? The quest. What did I say? The job that the Martin took upon that was far too much money and drew suspicion with the other guilds.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Well, I don't trust the Anguilla and haven't ever, really. And this all makes me not trust them even more.
Yeah, I agree. They seem pretty strange.
Everything's kind of falling into place with like the bread loaf being in the shape of like the
Dragon tails.
And if they're looking for relics of like the before times when there were dragons here, maybe?
Do you know anything about a two-tailed dragon?
The two-tailed dragon?
No.
Not really. I'm not.
Well, what about the symbol? And I try to like draw it out. Like, is there
What symbol?
the intertwined dragon one?
No, I've never seen that. And don't know much about dragons aside from what I've told you.
Who here like knows like the most history of the city that we can talk to?
Well, I'd imagine Officiant Lacey probably knows a good amount of the city.
Is she dead yet?
What's up?
Is Efficient Lacey still alive?
Yes, to my knowledge. Why wouldn't she be?
Well,
Just wonder.
we came here because there was a possible what?
Oh, that's a good.
Oh, we came here because there was a possible hit on an officiant,
Oh, well,
and we came here to help protect them.
that's awfully interesting.
Why do you say that?
Well, I'm unaware of it, and
You hear of most hits if they're out there.
again, while we keep the truce here between the guilds in this district, and for the most part in the city, there are jobs that pass through and word spreads relatively quickly because no one is necessarily at odds with one another.
Well, the hit we found was off of assassin who was of the Martin.
Well, that makes sense. They're the ones that denied the pact and didn't want a part of our little ceasefire here.
I'm thinking that the Martin and the Angiba are actually working together.
I'm not too much about that, and I don't know enough to make a claim one way or the other.
My friend here, Mr. Monocle. When we took this job, you had said that some things are worth more than money, alluding to information. But I can't help feel that all you've told us is 2 bars where the Ngiba hang out, and maybe they're looking for something old that you don't know anything about, but that's maybe what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Are you telling me that's worth the same as some arbitrary dollar amount for your family? I mean, we just had to murder an entire outpost of guards to get them here, and you just told us oh yeah, go check these 2 bars out. They're kind of dumps.
Well, my understanding was this information was something you sought after and was valuable to you. Now, as far as helping me, I certainly didn't ask you to murder an entire outpost.
We were
And I'm
defending
really
ourselves.
trying to figure out a situation where I'm not linked to that. So, with that in mind, I asked you to be discreet. This is far from it.
So we should go get a drink, is what you're saying.
Now, if you're looking for a dollar amount, I guess we can talk, but
I'm not looking for a dollar amount. I'm looking for you to tell me something worth knowing.
what do you want to know?
I can't help but feel that there's something you're holding back from us that could be of value. You're one of the most connected men in this town. You know all the ins and outs. I just find it hard to believe that check out these 2 bars is the extent of your reach and influence.
I'd like to think I expressed a little bit more information than check out these 2 bars to you. Whatever did you have in mind?
I think that answers my question.
Yeah. Beverages, everybody? It's getting a little tense in here. Where's this? Is it table service, or do we go up and...
Good question.
Yeah.
How long has the Ngiba been coming here and then disappearing?
Well, we noticed the pattern of a few years ago. But again, they don't come very frequently. It's, every few months or so. So,
Have you noticed any other strange events happening since the appearance of them?
there has been more recently greater threats around the Perryton threat and a number of other issues that have arisen that are very similar, but in the somewhat recent past, yes.
That was really interesting. Are the Ngiba known or have been known? You might not know this or not. Do you use any kind of magic?
Not to my knowledge, no. They are a monastery that, up until now, in their suspicious behavior, has always been deemed, a monastery of charity and gratitude.
Yeah.
Well, either we can't trust him or he's an idiot. Come on. The Ngiba, charity, gratitude.
Now, I said until recent.
He knows.
Yeah, if you count since the emergence as 10.
Nerd.
Is there anybody in particular here that seems it's not Ngiba that you see around the Ngiba every time they're here?
Well, the proprietors of those two pubs. And really, that's it. As I said, they accept donations for about a day and then head back to their one of these. They rotate between them. One of these taverns, and it appears as if they stay the night. And then, like I said,
You don't see them leave.
we've sent somebody to tail them at one point, but they lost them, and
Where'd they lose them at?
ironically, in the tavern.
They just up and disappeared?
They headed to their rooms. We had someone staked out all night, and no one appeared. The next day, all the rooms were open.
Interesting.
Can we just as a, a show of good faith on your part, could we just use your safe house as like a home base while we're here? Is that cool with you? Because we're gonna get to the bottom of this clearly. Because it helps you, it helps us. If we get sleepy.
I'll say for the extra length that you went for helping me in this past quest, the safe house is yours for 1 week from this day.
Thank you.
Again, the Ingiba arrive in 3 days from now, or so our resources tell us. And additionally, the city is now inhabitants of the crew. Elendor and her crew have arrived for their task and are currently sussing out what exactly happened, in that their job was taken from underneath them.
Done for them on their behalf.
Again, I'm not sure they're going to see it that way, but that's between you and them.
Not if we don't see them, so.
Well, how about another round then? Yeah.
He nods up at the bouncer, and he brings over another a small like cask. It's like one of those places where it's like, oh, tap at your table. It was corny, you know what I mean.
That's not gonna be good post coronavirus.
Well,
Ugh. There are no viruses in this world. None.
lovely.
Escapism.
Well, I'm going to thank him for all the information that he's given us. He knows.
All right. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
So I think that I'm gonna turn to the crew and say I think that we should go and visit Lacey here again very soon. Maybe write her a note, see if we can meet up with her somewhere where it's not an unsafe situation. Because if it wasn't a safe situation, she would never have slipped Narnip that note. Do we know that she slipped her that note?
Yeah, I showed you.
Yeah, she showed it.
Okay.
She drew it on the chalkboard.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say I think that we need to talk to her again, especially about the history of Holden, and dragons and what the Ingiba would be doing here. So I think we should slip her a note and see if she can meet us somewhere.
You should meet us at one of these bars that this guy he told us about.
No, she should not meet us
I
there.
think that's very not the right thing to do.
Oh, it's like kill a couple birds with a stone.
I think we should try to go to one of these bars before the Ingiba get here and stay the night and see if we can figure out where they might be going if they don't leave their rooms.
Sure.
Also, I think we should find this crew and tell them that they are gravely mistaken if they think that they can be mad at us for doing their job.
We didn't even take their reward.
Yeah.
It's sitting there waiting for him.
We only took their revelry.
Cheers. It was a reach.
Yeah.
Someone really wanted to drink.
All right. So
Yeah,
what is the
Marcus.
plan? We're gonna
Marcus.
write a hidden thieves can't note for Lucy, and then
Lacey. Yep.
Lacey. Sorry. And then go to one of the bars and spend a night, or should we split up and go to each bar in one night? Well, we got 2 nights, 3 days and 2 nights until they get here, right?
Yeah. And try 1 and 1.
With that.
Oh, but no. Well, maybe we should wait for the other 2 to hash this plan out. But also, we could send 2 of our own Ngiba in early to justify the ends. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and then the bartender will be like, "You're early." And we'll be like, "We're here for our rooms like normal, bruh."
Yeah. Narnip, what do you think about that? If the Ngiba got here a day early
Yeah.
and then went into the bars tactically,
Mm-hmm.
and then if somehow that doesn't work, we'll just, I don't know, kill them and try again at the next bar.
I kind of like this plan.
This is a new Kada.
I really like him.
The ends justify the means.
What happened?
We have created a monster, the likes of which you can never stop. You want to write that letter, and then we'll slip that to Lacey, and then we'll head out to the safe house, and then to the bar.
Where should we?
Isn't it nighttime? Shouldn't we rest and start in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
It's evening, for sure. Late evening.
Yeah, I say we rest for the night and start this plan in the early hours.
Was there anything you guys wanted to ask Mr. Monaco before you left?
I do. Mr. Monaco. So, if we wanted to have a conversation, like a safe conversation with somebody, where's a good place to meet in the city?
Well, I would certainly assume somewhere in the Red Hook. There are a number of divier places that you can meet, but again, the Red Hook's not necessarily off limits to the crew, and if they're looking to find the individuals that are at one point were impersonating them, then they was probably, looking around. It's not off limits to them.
Well, it's just a misunderstanding that they've had, and I'm sure we can talk it out. And if not, we can get to digging some holes, right, Kata?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a misunderstanding. Like when they tricked us into trying to murder some goblin family, we are now going to not trick them and just murder them.
Yeah.
Well, they'd start running away from us anyways that one time, so.
Yeah, the crew is like a store brand version of the worst kind of cereal compared to us. So
Don't you dare put a bad word against marshmallow mateys right now. Delicious.
Marshmallow Mateys, talk to us.
I'm talking about like the store brand, like funny story O's.
Yeah. Not so cheer EOs.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Or
get
like the jokes.
Like the joke.
What's that one?
get that.
It's made with oats.
Tricks?
Yeah, tricks, jokes. I don't know.
Love it.
Bruises.
Exactly.
Boy,
They're all
boy,
bad.
do we need a long rest.
The point is, the crew sucks.
I'm going to thank Mr. Monocle again for his hospitality and allowing us to stay here for a week.
You're welcome.
Monocle, do you wanna punch on your card before you go?
What card?
The loyalty card. You have a loyalty card?
Showed up.
Your good hands.
I don't have a good guy discount card.
Missing out.
Can I have a punch?
Unfortunately, yes, I am.
Let me see it, Marxus. And I fill up the punches to the end.
I didn't know you had that authority. I'm with it.
Are you dissatisfied with like the services that you receive from us? I'm like picking up on a little hostility here, Mr. Monocle.
No, I'm very grateful. I feel like I've disappointed you with the information that I thought was much more valuable to you, and I again you've given me something and an opportunity that I could not reach out to others with. Now, with that said, I greatly appreciate discretion about this,
Absolutely.
as now I have something that is once again mine, and I really appreciate not being taken from me a second time.
Understood.
We understand that.
Wait, just so we're clear, we mean discretion about the murders. Wink, wink.
I mean, just sure. The
Or
way you go about doing the job, I'm not going to go tell anyone because
human
it was
smuggling.
the job I sent you on, and I'm
I got it.
an accomplice as such.
I got it.
But I mean more the fact that my family is now with me, and I can be exposed and used in malicious ways.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
got it.
Heard.
That part. Yeah.
Heard.
I'm going to bed.
What do y'all do?
So I think I'm gonna, if the fire is not lit, I'm gonna light a fire
Fires.
and cozy up next to it
Mhm.
and take a long rest.
Yep.
You sleep on the ground next to the fire?
I mean, is there a little tiny ass hammock that I can?
There's
find
like
somewhere?
beds upstairs that you guys slept in the night before.
I'm gonna warm up and then go up to one of the beds. Yeah.
I like that because it went from you're sleeping on the ground. You're like, I don't know, is there like maybe a miniature hammock around?
Old beds.
Tito, are you?
You guys already slept in them. Cool. You guys take a long rest?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Dan, what's our time right now?
Our time right now,
3
hour
hours.
and 5 minutes
What was before?
for part 2.
Oh, so we got 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In total, minus 20 minutes of wait time, we are at 3:15.
Cool. All right. So, you guys take your long rest. You're back up to full health. And what would you like to do with the morning?
Okay, quick question. Should we go? And I pop up and say this, like I've been thinking about it in my sleep. And I noticed everybody else is waking up too. I'm like, quick question. Should we go to see Lacey first with the note, or should we go to the inn first?
Well, I think if we're gonna do our in plan with the fake and Giba, we should do the Lacey first.
And should we just have her meet us in now? Oh.
Cat's in trouble.
Lindsay's in trouble for moving that cat. Sounds like a...
No, I told her off and she meowed at me.
Gotta
Rude.
flick water at her.
Yeah, she has been flicking water at the cats in the kitchen since we moved in.
It's great. She does hate the squirt bottle. Anyways, let's get back on track.
Yeah.
Lacey.
So when should we have Lacey meet us? And we should, on our way to give her the note, look for some like divey bars like around here to have her meet us at.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about like a tomorrow lunch date, and then today we go check out the one of those bars.
No, she meets us today. The letter I'm going to write her is going to be saying that we need to discuss some zoning issues with her over a power lunch regarding the zone that looks like this, and I'm going to write the little sign for her that she slipped me on the note so that she knows who it's from, and she's going to meet us at whatever bar we decide.
How are you getting this letter to her?
I mean, you can disguise yourself as somebody.
Yeah.
Or we can just go up and say we want to talk to her. I mean, it's not like we had a bad conversation with her. We'll say the crew might be there collecting their reward.
And I think if she's being watched, we probably want to be discreet.
Yeah.
So I can like disguise myself as one of like the guards that's around and just like.
Yeah, I think that would be a smart idea. And just say delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And we'll just kind of like wait stealthily, like around the corner for you, like outside of the building, just to make sure that you're okay. Cool. So we write this letter.
I was gonna say.
Well, should we like check out the area to see if there's like parchment and pen?
You probably find parchment and pen.
Okay.
It's a
So we sit
well-stocked
down
safe house.
and write write this letter.
So
And do you want to disguise yourself now?
Hmm?
Do you disguise yourself now, or should we find like a little alleyway when we're closer?
I'll disguise myself around in like an alleyway when we're a little bit closer.
Okay. So,
Are you guys being stealthy through the streets?
really,
Not I.
yeah.
You're not?
No. I'm looking for the crew
Oh,
actively.
All right. Everybody roll stealth check except for Kata.
We're all gonna have
that's
great stealth
funny.
rolls, and then they're just gonna see this dragonborn walking.
I got a nat 20 for 23.
15, 1-5. It's like, I'm
Narnia, what'd you
looking
roll?
for.
Huh?
Narnia, what'd you roll?
19.
Okay. You guys are
Oh, damn.
pretty stealthy. You guys are like doing this like sneaking around, and Kata's just like walking. His hands way up the like a robot. So you guys make your way through the Red Hook district and into the central like nondescript district that houses the statue that you guys found before and the government building.
All right.
You discreetly find a nook
Oh, we did.
behind
Okay,
the
so we found a nook.
You're
All right.
successful in that, but Kata's like out by the fountain, just kind of
All right.
Kata.
And can I just do like a perception check to make sure nobody is looking? Okay. Oh God. 5.
Yeah, nobody's looking. Nobody's seen you guys.
All right. I'm gonna say Narib, I think it's your chance now. Go ahead and
I'm imagining Kata is like in the middle of the square with like the 4 glass Coke bottles on his fingers being like, what was it? Like, outsiders come out to play. Do you guys remember that movie? Yeah.
that's fine.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Warriors.
Warriors.
Right.
That's what it was. Thank you.
Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought you said because it went so high pitched that the Discord thought it was a off brand sound, so it blocked it out. So, as you head in, roll a you disguise self. What do you disguise yourself as?
I disguise myself as just like a very generic looking guard. It's
Huh?
like kind of middle aged, little pot bellied, little stubble. Yep.
You walk into the governmental building. You approach the circular desk. Somebody swivels around and says, "Yes, how can I help you today?"
I have a very important note that I was told that I need to hand deliver to Efficient Lacey.
You gotta hand deliver it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I guess I'll see if she's available. Just give me one moment. Spins around, scurries off. After a moment, they come back and say, "She'd be happy to see you, but it can't be much longer than just a minute or two. She's a very busy woman."
Understandable. Just need to give her the note and then leave.
All right. So you walk upstairs. You meet with Efficient Lacey. Is there anything else you'd like to do aside from just give her the note?
I would say, ma'am, can you read this now and then let me know if you understand the contents of it?
I have to read it in front of you?
Yes, that was what I was told.
She opens it up. She looks at it and reads it. She says, "I gave this to you."
A small gnome.
Very well. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. He has towards the fireplace and burns it.
Should I let her know that you will be seeing her this afternoon?
Yes, we'll meet. Oh shit! What was the address? Well, burned it already.
Yeah, what was the bar? It was the Salty Dog Saloon.
Sure, nailed it.
In Rudder.
in
Yep.
Redmond.
Yes. I'll be there.
All right. She looks forward to discussing the zoning laws with you.
What time?
Noon.
Noon.
Will you
She,
need an
like, writes
escort
down her
there,
name.
or are you
Yeah.
able to get there safely on your own?
Yes. Why wouldn't I be safe in my own city?
Okay. Because I heard that there were some people that were a little upset about the discussion of the zoning laws a few days ago, and she wanted to check and see, per your conversation a few days ago, if you had felt safe, because it would probably be a good idea, because the zoning laws is such a hot button issue, for you to maybe have an armed escort to the bar.
It's a hot button issue. She shot. Jacob, get in here!
No.
God.
I need to know about this hot button issue.
Efficient Lacey. I will be back to
Yeah.
get you at noon, and we will walk there together.
Oh, yes. No problem.
All right. We'll see you then.
Here's a little letter break.
I guess so.
All right, so do you guys hit start and request to fast travel till noon?
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Time lapse. As you meditate, noon arrives and the Salty Dog Saloon. You guys walk in, and I'd imagine you're there early.
Yes.
You're getting there at noon. What are you doing?
The
Getting
rest of us
to
are a
approach
little
her.
bit early, and I'm going to. We've gotten a table that's like furthest, like kind of back corner away from. I don't know how busy it is. I'm assuming not that busy because it's noon.
Yep.
But still away from like bartender's ears, away from anybody that would really be able to hear us.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
This is one of the Angiba bars.
No.
No,
Perfect.
we're gonna do that next.
The
Yeah.
Salty Dog Saloon is in Red Hook. One of the Angiba bars is the 5 Crowns Flagon in Middle Star, and then there is the Double Story Dive
Yeah. Okay.
in Eastway.
Eastway, yeah.
So, Jesus Christ. Cat. As here she is. As you guys are you there waiting for her? Or
Yes.
is she there waiting for you? Or you guys arrived at the
we
same
got
time?
there
Uh,
waiting for her,
Yeah, the
and then
three,
she was
Kada and
driving
Orla
mine
and Markson.
Alright. One at a time. We were in person and we shout at each other. That's no problem. But there's delays electronically. So,
Everyone.
Narn, if this was your kind of deal, tell me what's going on.
I am escorting Officiant Lacey because she apparently doesn't think there's any threats about this zoning law. So I just want to make sure that she is not mysteriously assassinated before we get to this tavern. So I'm escorting her.
Cool. Did
I think
anybody
their
else in
meeting
that
is there.
ruckus have any other conversation that they wanted to add?
We got there before, so we have a table in the back
Yep.
waiting for them.
Oh, yeah, we've been drinking.
I walked in with them to make sure that the crew wasn't inside already, and then I've been standing outside looking for the crew.
Cool.
Until Narnip and Lacey get there.
Good gosh.
You don't see the crew when you walked in. And make a perception check for me.
Who?
Kada.
Perception.
I'm drinking
He's on
Kada's
what?
share.
Let's go.
3.
Yeah, you don't see him. I feel like I do a pretty good job at least. Like you'll be like natural 20. I'm like, yeah, you also don't see them.
Mhm.
You don't see them very well.
I don't ever want to, and we can talk about it at the hangover, but somebody remind me. Okay, so you guys set up your little table in the corner, and Gina walks in. Narnik walks in. I don't know who Gina
I was
is.
gonna say who's G?
Narnik walks in,
Character?
dressed in Holden guard garb, escorting Officiant Lacey. She gestures you down to the table. Who's sitting at the table?
Me.
Looking like some kind of kingpin, like going on a toothpick and flicking a coin
Just real small, just sitting there. Real tiny.
with a drunk cat next to you.
Yeah.
All right. So she sits down. She goes, "Well, I did not know y'all had something to do with these zoning laws. What exactly is going on?"
So, thank you so much for coming. A, it's good to see you again. B,
It's crazy.
we really just actually had some questions for you, and I didn't feel that they were safe to be able to ask you in your office. So,
Okay.
what do you know about dragons in Holden?
Well, rumor has it that there were plenty of dragons that lived here long before Holden was a city, and they moved on or went extinct or did whatever they do, and then Holden was founded, and occasionally some people would come run around talking about dragons this or dragons that. At least it's what my grandparents taught me, and then came the emergence, which was a whole other situation.
Did the dragons go extinct or move away, or do you know how they just like ended up leaving, or was it because of the emergence that they weren't here any longer?
I don't really remember. All I remember is that they were all sorts of colors.
All sorts of colors. Okay. Like red, blue, green.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was just a wild guess.
They weren't any of the shiny types. None of those.
No shiny dragons.
Sorry.
That's
I thought I was going to say more, but I wasn't.
I thought you were too. Also, so what kind of people would come here and look for the dragons? Was there like a specific group of people?
Well, they were always curious types. nobody really academic or anything like that, and occasionally some ruffians of some sorts, but so it's all I really remember. These are stories. These are secondhand. These are things
Sure.
that my grandparents taught me.
Yeah. What do you know about the Angiba that come here every once in a while and appear to not leave?
Well, period. Not. I guess they. Well, yeah. I guess they just kind of show up every once in a while, and they set up and collect any donations and charitable organization. It's. But I guess yeah. I've never really seen them having a send off of any kind, and they come in with some ruckus. When they do arrive, they make themselves known. But yeah, it's they don't really leave in the same way. That's right.
And I just noticed, I mean, that's just some hearsay I've been hearing around town. And that just kind of sparked my attention. I think that that's kind of really strange.
Yeah, that is really strange. It's very astute of you.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
You're welcome.
Narnip, do you want to? I'm like gonna nudge at Narnip, like.
Who I'd imagine is still in the guard.
Do you want to change? Do you want to change back?
Yeah, I'm just gonna use the restroom for a moment so as not to,
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
All right.
Continues talking with. So you go into the bathroom and spin around and
Mm-hmm.
come back in, aren't it?
I'm gonna ask her also, like, have you noticed anything, any like strange events that happen after the Angiba started arriving here?
Well,
What's wrong?
I mean, they've been more frequent lately, and instead of just every 6 months or so, they've been showing up every few months, and I guess since then we've probably had some issues with the wilds and around us. They started showing up more frequently, and then the Perryton, and there's a few other issues that we had with wild creatures and things attacking travelers and things outside of the city, but never super close and never. Yeah.
That's really interesting to me. Kind of want to investigate it a little bit further. And then, Narnip, do you come out of the
Yeah.
bathroom?
I'm sitting at the table.
Oh, well, hello.
Hello.
Good to see you.
You as well. What was up with that note you gave me with the symbol drawn on it?
Yes, that was just and she kind of like looks around a little bit and mentions to you in a like, yes, that was a discreet manner. I trust you kept it discreet.
I kept it discreet. My team here knows about it. What is it?
I'm sorry. I thought you were. It's my understanding you were aware, and we were. Oh dear. Well, let's just say there's a small collective of individuals that this symbol represents, and if we ever wanted to entrust one another with these types of things, this is the kind of symbol that we would pass. And I just realizing I have made a great mistake trusting you, thinking that y'all. Oh my dear. I guess I thought as you were taking jobs from Shield Hands, this was something I could trust in you, and
Not shield hands.
yes, but you took the job from them, and
No,
in turn, they were wounded by that.
Wounded? Is that a stretch of a word?
who was
Well-
wounded by that?
well, not just the crew, which is the crew with shield hands, but and she's being very quiet, but I don't know how to do a quiet Southern voice, so that's happening. But she says, well, it's not just the crew, but that shield hand, quest was completed by someone else, by individuals that are not. And from what I've heard is you've repeatedly mentioned that you're not shield hands, kind of defying being a shield hand.
Is there like a secret society that you're kind of talking about?
There are a number. It's not a secret society. It's just a number of individuals that believe that things could be a little bit better.
We all agree that things could be a little bit better.
We agree with that too. Who are the other individuals?
I mean, I thought you were, and now I'm realizing that it's not the case, and
Well,
now
maybe.
I feel like I'm probably shouldn't be talking to you at all.
No,
Hey.
we're here to help you. We are the
Yeah.
humble folk.
Did we ever tell her about the assassin
Yeah.
maceration?
What? All right,
we
just
told her
speak
about the
out of.
assassination.
We did?
Yeah, it was on the
And she's
list.
just like, so I'm very concerned if she is a member of the secret society and she's this flighty, and like, how secret is the society if she's part of it?
Are you asking her this?
Yes.
Well,
How did you get in?
yeah. My family has a long lineage of this sort of thing. During the emergence, my family, well, they were part of those that defied the Titans, and you can see my grandfather's statue just outside of our city hall. We're calling it, sure. We're a long line, and before we were, we fought on our own, and we fought and conquered. We defied the Titans, and we certainly didn't run away. And there are those that did, and we thought things were a little bit better before. She kind of still is looking around very cautiously.
I have
Okay.
a question.
I understand why you were about to be assassinated.
So can you tell me the difference between what was before and then what is now? Like, what changed so much? Like, I agree with you. There's some effed up stuff within the government and within, and I'm whispering.
I
Is there just too much control?
there's a lot to talk about, and I'm not necessarily sure this is a safe place to be talking about this type of thing. She's fiddling with a necklace, as like in a nervous, like tick manner, while she's talking to you all, or as we've learned in Holden, y'all.
Ooh,
Lacey, is there a better place that we can maybe meet up, or another time that we can meet up that would make you feel more comfortable?
That's the thing.
Honestly, I don't want you to feel uncomfortable or
There's really not.
Let me see your necklace.
I cannot do that.
Why not?
I apologize. I wish I could, but I cannot take this off.
I'll give you
I
4
just
of
wanna
our
look- no, I just want
necklaces.
to look with my eyes, not my hands. I just want to see what it is.
Okay, but and she shows it to you, but she's like holding on to the majority of it so that you wouldn't be able to like snatch it off.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like holding, and it's like a not like a claw. I don't know jewelry terms. Does anybody know jewelry terms?
Trailing,
Like
you know
the-
words.
Prongs, yeah, the normal prongs that would hold
Like
something.
a stone
There's
gem or
exactly
yeah.
yes. There's a cylindrical. There's a prismatic cylinder. Nope, I don't know if that's
Like
it.
a pendant?
Sure. There's a fantasy prismatic cylinder. Now it's a thing. It's like a crystal that hangs down from these prongs that are holding it, and there's 6 set of prongs. They're very fine shaped, and like kind of flute up to.
Wait, a couple things.
Yeah, you do because
Yeah.
that's what I'm basing this off of. Everything that
She's like, I have a magic necklace.
somewhere in real life.
Like a
Something.
crystal?
Does it look
Yeah,
like
sure.
the necklace
Yeah,
that
it's
the,
like
that.
the
Like
one
the
of her
necklace.
broke? And then
Like the top is kind of like that, right?
Yeah, it's that.
And the stone is like that.
Sure. Rotate it. No, on the z-axis. No, rotate it on the z-axis. Never mind. We'll talk about it later.
just go like this with it.
This way.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's not helpful. All right, so yes, that.
Does that look familiar at all?
Make a history check.
Is it
Make
the
an
same one
Arcana
that
check.
the-
That's what I'm wondering. Arcana check?
Make an arcana check.
I always forget Arcana. But I don't like
Damn
playing
it.
with it.
These guys are all like a bunch of half
18.
casters.
And instead of going to an 18, I went to a 2. So I have 3.
One more time. What you roll?
It was teetering, and it was about to land on an 18 for a 19, and instead it went, and now I have 3 for Arcana.
Yeah, it looks like a cool crystal.
Uh,
Can I do one?
Lacey. Go.
I'll allow you to do one, but that's
That's
can't
it.
have all y'all roll.
16 plus 8.
16 plus 8?
Yeah.
Cetus Lepidus.
24.
Fuck it. What? All right.
You remember everything that has been ever done.
Yep. All of magic and time. So you have seen this, especially in your background. You've seen this with individuals that don't want to be found.
Oh.
Like if you didn't want to be tracked by magical means, this is the kind of thing you'd have. Kato, what were you gonna say?
Lacey, maybe you can explain to me. You said nowhere is safe, but I'm standing right here, so clearly you're safe. Why don't you feel safe?
Just to clarify, you walked in from outside?
Oh, yeah, I came in. I've just been standing this whole time. I came in when they came in. Yeah.
Cool, just make sure. Well, I appreciate your presence, and I understand your strengths. This is a great threat. What I'm talking to y'all about, I shouldn't be talking to y'all. I need to go.
Nope, sit down.
You're going to stay.
Make it
Put my-
a relationship.
Oh no. Lazy.
I would say maybe a strength check, because I'm going to use my big, meaty
Don't
claw
do
to...
her.
So when you're rolling an intimidation check, add your strength modifier. So roll your 20 and add your strength modifier. So yeah, it would be a strength check, but only when you're doing it and being physically imposing. And that goes for anybody. If Orla decides to, instead of being like, we're gonna gut you, instead of saying we're gonna gut you, she fucking pushes somebody back down in their chair, that's an intimidation strength versus intimidation charisma.
She pushes
That
it
makes sense?
right in the knee.
Saving throw. Hold on. I fucked that up.
One more time, you blanked out.
8.
8. Well, she rolled
You
a
just do 8.
2, so she's like, well, that's all right. What I'm in a sorry, I almost said sticky wicket. That's a British term. Well, I'm caught in some kind of pickle here. I don't. I want to. I want to tell you. I want to trust you. I want to. But this is a very dangerous thing. And like you said before, yes. Before it was my life. Yes. If somebody were to come kill me, that's okay. I'm not afraid of that. But there's greater things than that here. There's greater causes that are at a threat than my life.
Like what?
Like this group of individuals. Like if I die or am I assassinated or what, if I just go missing, that's one thing. But this is a part of something that's greater than myself, and I need y'all to understand that it's
How can we help to ensure the safety of your group and you? Because it sounds like we are aligned in our quest.
I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if I can trust you, and that's part of the problem here.
How can we make you trust us?
I don't know. How do you think? How would you earn
you were about to be assassinated?
I've got something that is very valuable to me, and I will give it to you in order for you to trust us.
She goes, you, and looks over at Kata. She goes, how would you earn someone's trust?
I would tell them. I asked them if they should trust him, and then they would say yes or no, and then I would know.
Trust me?
Nope,
How can I earn your trust?
can't.
Well, there we go.
Great.
It's different. It's different though. You're you. I'm me. You're a politician. You build your life on lies.
All right, I mean, we're not talking about real life U.S. politics here. We're talking about
It's just politics in general.
Yeah.
You're a person of power. You're a
whatever.
person of power.
But she's also against the man, she's also against the shield hands that you had a problem signing up for good reason, right? She's against everything that we have also been against. Wouldn't that right there make you trust her?
No, because she hasn't told us why she's against any. She hasn't told us the why. All she's told us is all the things that we want to hear.
I think she told us the why. Anyway.
I will give you.
They will give us. I mean, we also wouldn't give out all the information either if we didn't trust somebody.
Never trust them.
If we bring you back a Nagiba,
no problem.
If we bring you a Nagiba, would you give us more information about your group?
What would I do with an Angiba?
Well, I'm assuming that your group, because you are hoping to restore things to how they were pre-emergence, before the Nagiba were influencing all of these arenas of power, that you would maybe want some information about what the Nagiba are doing in your city.
Or we can find that information out for you as well.
I'm worried you don't understand the gravity of the situation.
Clearly, because you won't tell us.
And I can't trust you to tell you. So,
Yeah.
Here you go, Lacey. I know how you can earn my trust. I don't think anybody actually trusts anybody unless they have something on them which they risk losing. What I have on you is I can go start scribbling this little logo all over your city. So you need something equal in value on us to hold against us. trust is not real. It's an illusion for folks who don't actually carry out their word. So what is it of value that we could give you that would give you equal leverage over us?
Well, what do you have?
I have one fully filled punch card for Roof's Rentals. And I offer it.
Listen, I've got to go.
Hang on. Wait. And I'm gonna write something on a piece of paper, a secret about my past, and give it to Lacey and say this is your collateral.
She takes the piece of paper, doesn't look at it, but puts it in her pocket, and she goes, well, this is a start. We'll be in contact. And that's where we're going to pick up next week.
Ah!
Man.
So, thank you very much. Let's do our little thing. You didn't do it, right? Yeah?
Nope,
Right?
nope, I didn't do it.
Thank you all very much for watching. My name is AJ. We are Roll for Revelry. If you guys want to go back around real quick, we have...
I'm Orla, played by Lindsay.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
Bob, played by Kata. Kata played. We're very similar. It's
Playing case.
Somewhere in that ballpark. Dan?
I'm Dan, Marxist.
Gina
And?
Narnip.
Cool. Thank you all very much for watching. If you could do us a favor, we do this out of pocket. We do this out of our own fun and love for the game and love for hanging out with one another and playing games. So if you could do us one favor, just ask one other person to give us a follow or share the link
Yeah.
to our Twitch account.
Even if we're not that interesting,
Yeah.
I don't really care.
Yeah. I mean, we really do it just for fun. We have some goals, but like, we play this game, because we like having fun.
Yes.
And, like I said, we have goals and we'd like to reach, but, whatever. But we will be right back here on this exact same channel with there's going to be a break and then a restart. It'll be what we call the hangover. So it's kind of like what we chat about and we talk about in the episode. Probably like, hey, how did you feel when this happened? And what's going on here? And what's your mentality? And how would you do this versus your character? And that kind of stuff. Kind of learning how to play, how to function, how to role play a little bit. And yeah, so please stick around. We'll be right back here in a second. But if you don't want to stick around, that's okay too. We are here Sundays, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, we have a little bit of a switch in our schedule next week. It is Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern again, but we'll actually be doing Orla Bitterfoot's backstory.
Yeah.
We'll be doing with Marxist and with Narnip. We did levels 1 through 5 and kind of did a mini session one-on-one. We'll be doing that with Orla, and then in the future with Kata, kind of giving you guys a background story on what people are sliding papers under and that kind of thing. So please stick around, and we will see you Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you very much.
Bye, everyone.